All I said was smoke faster.
And we're live. And John Gill says this show genuinely sucks so bad. And
we're live already? Wow, that
Yeah.
was fast. No intro? What's up with that?
No.
I've been moving all day, so sorry. That's
Hey,
This
I know.
is the
I
price
like.
we pay to get to see the warp core running.
Oh, I got. Hold up.
Yeah, we hear your audio.
Okay, sorry. I just muted it. I like this new backdrop of yours. Is this real? Is that your actual
That's very
PC?
real. Yeah.
This is the computer that I built.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I should have mine like that right here so you could see it too, because mine could do all that fancy shit, but I turn it off because you can't see it. You know, it's way over there, so there's no point.
Yeah.
But that actually that looks better than mine. I'm impressed. Do you have water cooler in their system or what?
I do.
No,
That's
you do.
what
Yeah, that's
the rainbow puke right in the middle is the water cooler.
okay. Cool.
It's
Yeah, that's what I have.
And unfortunately, it doesn't. You can't change the lighting pattern on it. It's always rainbows. Because I'd like to make it all blue like the rest of it. And then,
well, even if you could, it'd occasionally misbehave because my rig does the same thing where it's just.
Hey, 47 Yorktown. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Who else we got here? Mr. Bradley Briggs with the Zup, y'all. And then, as always, my number one fan, Mom, I love you. Thanks for stopping by.
The omnipresent Penny.
I know, right? It's so funny.
I was 5 live streams right now.
I was on florals. My mom was like, "You've got to join this floral discussion." It was about New Year's resolutions, so I joined it, and they're all talking about my mom. And then and none of them knew she was my mother. They're like, "Oh, hey, Dork Knight, haven't seen you in forever." And I said, "Hey," to my mom, and I called her mom. And then Floral was like, "Wait, Penny's your mother?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Actually, really, your mother?" And I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Oh my God." And it blew everybody's minds because apparently she's she's in every single one of their shows. She loves Floral.
She's on every live stream on the internet.
It's crazy,
anywhere
right?
where you've even cast a shadow.
I know, right?
Anywhere where anyone
which is genuinely cool.
She's like I said, she's probably tuned into at least 5 live streams right now.
Hey, Gorilla, what's up, buddy? Right? And only reason I'm not acknowledging John, I will say hi, John, is Salty already addressed you in your comment. I was a little behind. I wanted to talk to you guys for a quick second because I haven't seen you guys since we watched this terrible episode of Monarch. I'm sorry, I'm burying the lead. Since we watched Monarch Saturday, a lot's happened in my life, and I'm really excited about it. And I'd love to share it with you if that's okay.
Are you getting married?
No, God, no.
Jamie's like,
no, I don't even know. I don't even want to think about dating, let alone getting married anytime soon. I'm enjoying being single.
You started an OnlyFans page.
No, although do you think that would work? I don't know. Is there a market for Anyway, I digress. I had a job interview Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, and it went so well. I actually interviewed. I had 3 interviews in one day with the same company, and I'm excited about it. So it was Goodwill, because I have a history. I was a marketing director for a nonprofit organization for 8 years,
So
and then
marketing for
and then I was a marketing director for another children's charity for 2 years. So I have 10 years of experience working with nonprofits, and it's oh, hey, Mastodon, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Mastodon's one of my wrestling buddies. So I go and have the first interview, and the lady's like, "You're way overqualified. You need to go to the other location that handles our e-commerce, and it's on like Blue Diamond.
Right.
Ask for this guy." So and his name was Michael, actually. So they send me over there. I talked to Michael maybe 15 minutes. He's like, look, stop. I'd like if you want the job, it's yours, but you're way overqualified. Let me see if so-and-so's in. So I'll never do that again. Why did you put that up? Okay, look, I thought we were going to no sell it and never talk about it again. I fucked up and was, I had been drinking
I never
that
clicked
day.
it. I never clicked
I
it.
might have clicked it, but I didn't say it.
I fell off the wagon, and this is why I can't even have one drink, people, because I do dumb shit like that. So I don't ever want to talk about it again. Please, I sincerely apologize. Salty already chewed my ass out Saturday over it for an hour. So we're good. I love you guys. Thank you. Please let's not talk about that again.
No, we're good.
And Mom says
Because
she's headed out for on the back of that. Mom's headed out for Bible study. So
pray
you,
for
Mom.
your son who likes to
Please.
whip out his dick on.
I
you.
don't.
Don't you stop it.
Anyway, back
You
to
can tell the passage of time is healed a little bit.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so then, so
what are you going to be doing for them?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So then this guy Michael, because originally I was applying for because they posted available things, and one of them was an e-commerce manager, and I was like, oh, I could do that in my sleep, right? So in that and they're like, you're overqualified. So they sent me the other guy, and it's like that guy was like, it would be kind of managing the team of people who basically just do data entry for their e-commerce stuff. You know what I mean? And so he sent me to their corporate office.
At e-commerce, to be honest.
Yeah, Goodwill sells stuff online. Yeah, on their website.
I do,
or at least this one does. It's called swgoodwill.org. But
the local Habitat for Humanity here actually has an online presence, and
So anyway, so they send me to the corporate office to talk to the vice president of marketing directly, a guy named Brian, and we had a 45-minute. Like he wasn't expecting me. He could have said, "Schedule. Let's do this a different day." And but I was determined because I was in my suit. This is why I'm shaved. I was just really, wanted to at least, I haven't interviewed for a job in well over 20 years, probably close to 30 years. And we had a good 45-minute conversation. I had no resume because I don't know how to, what am I going to say?
I hate doing resumes.
Self-employed for. So anyway, so at the end of the interview went so well. At the end of it, he goes, email me. I will reply with my resume, because he was like, because I have a very similar background to you, and just use it as a template. And then in a week, no more than 2, we're going to have a position open that is going to be perfect for you. And I will email you. You have to, as a formality, fill out the application online. As soon as I see that, because they come to me, I'll reach out to you, schedule an interview with me and the head of HR. Bring your resume with you because they're going to want it. So I feel like that's an awesome sign. You know what I mean? I feel like I knocked it out of the park. The position, he was very vague on it. I just know I'm going to be working underneath him in the marketing department for corporate. So it'll be good. And the low end of the pay range would be 48, but just a year, which is better than nothing. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. So and then last night, okay, I get a call from my friend Michael, another Michael that I went to college with.
Michaels,
It's a very common name. I have a lot of friends named Mike, but he actually goes by Mike. You're Michael, he's Mike. But anyway, and he said that he just got approved for some grant called OJT or something like that.
Not Project Prometheus.
No. Anyway, and he offered me a job as his director of operations, starting out at 30 an hour. And I immediately said, okay, yeah, because if you do the math, that's more than 48 a year. Even if I'm still gonna, because Goodwill's huge and it's more secure, and he can't offer Mike can't offer me benefits or anything like that, whereas Goodwill can. But he doesn't watch these streams anyway. Even if Mike hires me and I work, let's just say a few weeks or a month, and then, the Goodwill job is enticing enough for me to be like, hey, buddy, thanks for the opportunity, but I'm going to go here. Or if somehow I can finagle a way to juggle both, you know what I mean? And all this happened quick. All I had to do was actually,
show up.
Yeah, basically.
Sometimes that's all it takes,
man.
That's
you've
awesome.
got tools, you've got talent. The only thing you really lack is time management.
Yes, this is true. Hey, Jay Menes, another wrestling buddy of mine. Thanks for stopping by.
So
guys.
Yeah, if you can keep that. Now, I'll be honest with you. I would not try to hold down 2 jobs being you right now.
No, no.
I would just make the decision: either stick with your friend or go to Goodwill. Don't try to do both, because you already suck at time management, and to hold down 2 good jobs, you need to be an ace at it. So
Yeah, no, no, no. That's fair. No, that's 100% fair.
yeah,
I
I'm not
just
trying to
know
be a
that.
jerk. I'm just being
No,
honest.
no, I didn't take it that way at all. I just, I feel like, let's say we go on the long end, and the Goodwill thing is 2 weeks, right, instead of
Yeah.
one. This gig with Mike sounds like I might be able to start it as soon as next week.
Right.
So if the Goodwill thing is like 2 weeks till the next interview, the way the corporate world is, I could be looking at like a month. I feel like I could get 2 weeks to a month in at Mike's making some money before I even have to show,
Well, and
clock in at
you could
Goodwill.
at least see what the job is like, what's it going to do to you, because you haven't worked a real job in a very, very long time. You haven't had to keep a schedule like that and do the things you got to do to hit the deadlines and that kind of thing.
Hey,
So,
Jay, thank you. Sometimes you just got to break things down for me, like phonetically. So
mhm.
I'll never Jay Menace, y'all. Jay Menace. That's how you
Oh
say
yeah,
it.
well, it does look like J Men Ace.
It does. That's but don't
Yeah.
that. And then Anthony, you showed up. I love you, my Twitter defender. I love this guy. He's awesome. And then we got who's this? We got do we know him? Hi there, Sci-Fi Sith
I
Man.
Dan's a regular around here,
All right, cool. Right on. Right on. Right on. So
and so all right, so
I just wanted to share that good news with you
well,
guys.
that's cool, and I
yeah.
hope all that works out. But like I said, just be careful. Don't overextend yourself. And if we need to change the schedule, you all right? And Danny
Soda went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah. So now we get to watch Danny literally die on the show. So
Wouldn't that would be pitch perfect for me. Hey guys, I'm excited about this. That would wrap up my luck.
well,
right
at least he died happy.
there. Yeah,
Um,
right.
So yeah, just don't overextend yourself. If we need to talk about redoing the schedule for this show, absolutely we'll do that. But let's but see what you're going to be doing. All
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
for
make sure that if they say, hey, you need to be here at 9 a.m., you're there at 9 a.m.
I'm there at
You're there
quarter
at
till.
8:40. Yeah, 8:40.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, it's not that far away. The corporate office is like 10-minute drive, maybe 15 if traffic's bad. I don't normally drive during rush hour.
Remember, 5 minutes early is 10 minutes late.
Yes.
So, and yeah, if you're always the one that's there a few minutes early, they will notice.
Yeah.
If you're always the one that just walks in right at the time that you're supposed to be there, they will notice that too.
Yeah.
And if you're the guy that's like 2 minutes late and says, "Oh, it's only 2 minutes," they will definitely notice that. And Jay says, "Better to die happy than horny." Well,
I wasn't going to
yeah,
put that up.
I guess that's a thing. But if you're satisfying your horniness when you die, that's the best way to go.
It's like Ric Flair always says, he either wants to die in the ring or under a woman. So there you
And Sci-Fi said no promises. We do this stream every week at the same time, so I ain't promising you anything.
All right, so
let's talk about this crap fest.
Yeah,
it's so sad. Like, if this were a chart, how much I liked it to just boop.
Oh,
and-
well,
and it-
I would say that too. It's just for me, it dropped earlier than you.
yeah.
Same with Jason, I would say, right?
Yeah, you were dwelling on the
evidence thing.
thing, which I don't disagree with as a valid
You guys thought I
point.
was stupid.
No,
okay.
I didn't disagree with it as a valid point. However, I was more frustrated by all the stupid teenaged angst garbage
Right.
and all the stupid things like we got with the kid son who was magically finding blue lights in the sky that took him to the pencil shaving cabin in the woods and
Yeah.
like all these scenes that
And
were
no monsters.
and no monsters, hardly ever. The only real serious monster threat we ever had in the entire series up until now has been the heat sucker.
Yeah.
And
Which
that
was
was
a cool idea. I'll
but
give him
but
that.
and the funny thing is that was the hook day for me, where I was like, at first, the first episode I was kind of and then I got hooked by episode 3, and you guys were happy that I was, and that's when everything just started coming
Yeah,
apart.
but that was the only really good episode. And
so
everything else has just been, oh yeah, we're gonna do something. Yeah, something's coming.
Oh wow, we've got 20 some odd people. Wow, I just lost it. I as soon as I say this, I just lost 3
I
viewers
know
on my
sometimes it's
channel.
like, don't recognize it, never
Yeah,
recognize it.
But we got about 20 people joined us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all so much. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.
So
And then
So
Martin,
my hot
Devin,
take
welcome.
on this,
yeah.
my hot take on this episode, and frankly at this point my hot take on this series, is that as much as people want to go out there right now, and we are going to talk about certain aspects of this, as much as people want to absolutely hate on Echo, the first episode of Echo, even though I'm not
Hold up 1 second. I just want to say, Stanley, welcome.
here. Oh wow.
Yeah, right up until we started, Salty was working on his computer as well. So
Yeah.
are we pivoting now to Echo? Is that what I was hearing?
No.
He's
No,
just
no.
making a comparison.
I was making a comparison,
okay.
saying that
Okay.
although Echo it bores me and is like me trying to watch Miss Marvel,
We're going to get
Monarch?
there, Stanley. We are going to talk about Echo.
yeah, Monarch is offensively bad.
It wasn't until it was. I'll
Yes.
give you that.
And now,
So it sounds like you want to start it
off.
off. Let's give your hot take first, since you're already
Well,
talking about
that was
So
Jason's
that's
thought.
my hot take. Like,
Yeah.
no matter
Okay,
what
yeah.
people want to try to like, there's your short paraphrase. No matter what people want to try to say about Echo, even including me, the totality of what we have up to episode 9 out of 10, Monarch is a more offensive show
Yes.
because it lied
Yes.
and it sucks.
Sadly. And I don't think they can save it with just one more episode remaining.
No, not when we looked up the name.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it was the lack of evidence thing was pissing me off a lot. And then what really pushed me over the edge was that it's not about the data, it's about your feelings crap.
And when the closing episode is called Beyond Logic.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
and that's the problem. It's like these people
Did you post that on your supportsalty.com yet? Our watch along from Saturday?
No, because I was moving the computer, but I'll be
Okay.
I'll be posting stuff over the next couple of days. I'll be getting everything caught up.
So for those of you who for the uninitiated,
our watch along this week was
yeah, it was good, and you should check it out. I think his rates start as low as what, like $5 a month?
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
$5 a month to do the watch alongs.
Yeah.
But the
Look at this.
positively negative things.
I love it.
But yeah, the if you're gonna have a show that's about an organization that's a scientific research type company, and we're even dealing with the origins of this scientific research company, and then they throw out lines like the facts aren't important, what's important is your feelings, it's over.
Yeah. No.
Could you imagine if Spock was sitting there saying, well, Captain, when I look at the sensor scan,
Oh God, please don't jinx it, because these
But I
social justice
feel
warriors
like
are
it
put it
should
in the
be
next season of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man. Don't put
I'm
that
just
in the
saying,
ether.
if they do that,
Use a different example. Not Spock. Use somebody else, please.
Well,
Oh my God, Ariel! Damn, look at
Ariel.
them boobies. Anyway, we are right now. We're talking about Monarch, honey, and we're going to talk about Echo after that.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the party.
So yeah, the show started out, in my opinion, strong with the first.
Is this your hot take now, Michael?
Yeah, the first 3 episodes of the show started out strong, and then just Ryan Johnsoned every episode after that, where in order to try and subvert expectations, they crapped on things, and it's like we don't, now the one dude is a pretentious rich artist with his own bar. Oh, now the hacker chick is this angsty girl with a background where she's running away from a evil corporation because she broke the law, you know. And the other girl, oh, she's just a PTSD lesbian, and you know,
and cheater. Like they managed to
yeah.
take these three characters and make me. I literally said in our watch along, I hope they all get eaten like their granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Like,
I hate
just-
them all. They're all
Yeah.
horrible characters.
They are.
This
yeah.
this is right up there with the one episode in season 1 of Discovery that I loved, and that was when the tardigrade ate the security officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see that. I forget his name, but the artist, the brother.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see Godzilla eat him in front of his
Yes,
sister.
please.
I'm just like, or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, the end of the show should be the three of them in Godzilla's mouth getting chewed up. That would be
Yes, that would be.
and Kurt Russell going, "I told you guys you should have listened to me."
Right? Yeah.
And now we got the timey wimey crap, and yeah, we'll get to that then.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So
all
I
right.
guess. So here's my hot take.
Yes.
This episode was so bad. I until you said the timey wimey crap, I was struggling to even remember it because
Yeah.
it just was forgettable. It was just not good. But you said that, it jogged my memory. Oh yeah, this is where we find out how he's 90.
And with
doesn't
your
look 90.
your wanting things to be good, you actually were saying, well, you appreciate that they at least explained why he's 90 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, but it's a lame excuse.
Yeah.
Just say he's got good genes and leave it at that. I mean,
Right, but no. Instead, he. Well, we'll
I mean,
get
it's
to
not
it.
like
Yeah,
Kurt
we'll get to it.
Russell looks young. You know, he could just be the world's most spry 90-year-old.
Okay.
Well, then you got William Shatner. You know.
Yeah.
so.
See, Stan thinks he's actually saving them a little bit. Unfortunately, when we get to the end of this episode, exactly what I've been saying for weeks now happens. Danny's brain explodes, except then the reason they tried to use as to why he was able to live to be 90 makes even less sense.
Okay. And do
Especially
not read
after the
Ariel's
events
chat.
of Godzilla versus Kong with the Hollow Earth. Like, oh my god, no!
Yeah.
Like, I'm so.
Yeah.
Danny?
If you go back and watch. Yes, sorry,
Do not read Ariel's chat.
I won't. So anyway, everybody who's been loyal viewers, you remember how much. Oh, but it's the connective tissue. Oh, I love this. I was blowing this show for so long, and then now I'm just so
now you're
mad
trying
at
to
it.
spit the stuff out of your mouth.
Oh my god, I'm so mad. Like they it's like for all you sports fans out there, it's like that the Rose Bowl game the other day with Michigan, and and the other team's trying to make a comeback, but then Michigan intercepts the ball and just puts the final nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me here. You told me not to read it, and then you put it on the screen.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you are
I'm
May
just
the Lord
poking-
allow me
you
to
are the
bring you
master
upon my
of your
waiting
own
bosoms
disaster.
to keep you protected, safe, fed, and warm in your doctor's. Hey, where do you live? I just hate DM me because I haven't buried my face in bosoms in so long.
Stop.
It would be nice. It's been a
Stop.
minute. It's been a long minute actually, but that's fine.
Stop.
I don't want to. You know what? What I like about it being so long is I don't want to like miss it. So I'm over the missing it phase. You know?
All right, Danny,
Does that make sense?
we
Does that make
don't
sense?
need to go there.
Well, you brought it up, bro.
I didn't bring anything up. Ariel
You-
did.
No, you literally
You brought
it
you
up on the
literally
screen.
brought it up.
All right, so is there any particular points you guys want to talk about in the episode?
Just the
To me,
the
it's all
time
about
crap.
the time crap. We learned that, but
Well, I think the worst
And look at
thing
that,
that
and
we
like- and like-
actually learn is that he's been in a home since 1982.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. If you scroll back and it's like it's Wyatt Russell, and then they do that swipe, and then it's Kurt. And I'm like, holy crap! So he's been there for
he's just been
40
sitting
years.
in a retirement home the entire time.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
crazy.
probably the stupidest way for them to telegraph why nobody was listening to him.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
even his nephew in that scene you just flew through was calling him crazy. You know what I
Right.
mean?
There you go, right here. So yeah, we have.
Ariel, you missed it. I'm doing great. I've got some really cool job
I
prospects.
mean, that is a great transition.
It was cool. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's been a lot of really good film work.
Yeah, but the
Especially
idea
with
that,
Kurt
okay,
and Wyatt.
So
you
you're
know.
telling me that for almost 40 years, this guy's just been sitting there in this home taking mind-altering drugs,
Yeah.
but yet he's a genius and knows everything that's
Okay.
going to happen.
First of all, Stanley, Salty and I have a bet on this, and but by the end of episode 9, that has not happened.
Yeah, yeah.
or at all. It's not happening because I'm winning that bet.
Yeah. As much as it's paining us to have to watch episode 10,
hacker's
it'll be
gay.
interesting to see how this is going to play out.
And if they kiss and I have to pay Mike $5, I am not watching season 2 if they have a season 2. I'm just not. I'm just-
I'm gonna say this is why you're getting job prospects. You're gonna owe somebody $5.
yeah,
yeah, right. Yeah,
If the Lord prepare you to pay me all that money.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, right. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway.
So yeah, he's just been, but that pissed me off because you mean his entire backstory is that after the stuff that happened in the 50s, he then got he got stuck in a time loop for 20 years and then sat in an old folks home for 40 years, and that's his entire story.
And well, it makes sense because the chick, Dr. Mira, died with the little tick bugs, and while he was in a whatever time vortex in Hollow Earth, which is not how it works according to Godzilla versus Kong, but whatever. His other buddy Bill gets killed on Skull Island.
Right.
So he's got no advocates when he resurfaces, and his nephew won't even advocate for him. So he's kind of effed. You know what I mean? I mean, so it just is feels kind of lazy though. Like
It's extremely lazy because there's no story there. You're telling me that for 40 years he did nothing?
Look at this. Look at Stanley.
Monarch
Quantum. Yeah.
But yeah, then they go into the quantum realm here, and we find out that he was there for like 5 minutes, and that was the other.
Can I again, sportssalty.com, he hasn't put it up yet, but when he does, I was having a nuclear meltdown over this shit.
Yeah.
In Kong, in Godzilla versus Kong, the Skarsgård character was all boo-booing because his brother was killed instantly by transporting into this without the super special Apex cybernetics technology, machines.
Flying turtle things, yeah.
But these two are fine. Absolutely not.
They got into a metal ball, these two just got dragged down.
They just got dragged down.
Yeah,
they should have been
sucked in with an explosion.
Yeah. So they've lost me. Episode 8 for me jumped the shark. Episode 9 doubled down on it, and episode 10 is probably going to be a nuclear explosion for me.
Well, the stupid thing to me though is that he was here for the way he describes it. Like what they should have done was have him talk about how they had to fight for survival, and they were there. I'd be fine with time works differently here if it was a matter that they were there for like 6 months, or they were there for a year or 2.
Yeah.
But they were there. But the way he describes it is they crashed and then he immediately got sucked back to the regular world.
Yeah.
But the other two people with him didn't make it. And it's like, wait, if that's the case, then the big reveal at the end. Remember, I went on a nuclear meltdown when we saw the end.
I do. So
Yeah.
if you could put a pin in that, I
Yeah.
just want to say I love putting Ariel's chats up because of her icon. My God.
Well, this
But
one's
Jason, she has a
new.
question.
Yeah, I see that.
This one's better than the last one. I like this one a lot. Touche. Or there's the wrong word. Anyway, but answer her question, buddy.
If you go to youtube.com/@JasonPrice1, that'll get you to my main channel, and then
There you go.
And then you can just jump around from there.
There you go. Thank you. All right, Michael. Sorry.
No, that's
Continue.
okay.
And I
Sorry.
put the @JasonPrice1 in there.
And okay, so
Okay.
and being somewhat consistent, they show that after they've been searching around for just a little bit, brother has had enough time to recover from multiple broken bones.
Yeah.
And so at least they are showing time going by differently. Even though it's still not at the scale that it was going by before. Because if he was down there for 15 minutes and came back 20 years later,
Yeah.
it should be 20 years later already.
Yeah.
But no, it's
None of this
obviously-
and that's why. And then the last episode is called Beyond Logic. This whole fucking show. I'm sorry. This whole effing show is beyond logic at this point.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I really liked it. And I really liked it, man.
And then, Kate wakes up and she's about to get killed by a giant boar.
It's like a warthog. It looks like that with the Lion King character. What's his name?
Boar.
What's the dude from Lion King? Timon or Pumbaa? Which one?
Yeah, Timon, I think.
Timon.
Timon
It looks
was
like
the lemur or whatever, and
Okay.
Pumbaa was the
So Pumbaa was a
pig.
warthog. Okay, so
Yeah.
kind of this made me think of Pumbaa. So yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But of
yeah,
course,
big too.
the power of lesbianism compels you not to eat me. The power, it's ridiculous.
Well, the monster comes charging, and right about here, so right here, a single arrow hits the monster.
Well, it's in the eye, so I guess whatever.
Yeah, but okay.
Kingpin gets shot in the eye, and he's fine.
You think if you shot an arrow into Godzilla's eye, he would give a crap?
Yo, Brian, welcome to the party. Better
Hey,
late
Brian,
than
how you doing?
never.
This is the only Titan,
But
we've
better
ever
never
seen
late. Anyway, sorry.
get taken down by an arrow.
Yeah.
Most of these Titans, you have gunships flying around, just walloping them with rounds, and they just shrug it off. But this guy, one arrow, he can't take that. He's running away. And so and so he literally, which is so stupid. I look at that. He's just like, oh nope. He literally.
And what are those, like trees growing off his back? That's the weirdest
Yeah,
looking.
it's a strange thing.
Again, I'm just bringing it up because I like her icon, but she's also kind of throwing more shade at you, Jason. But that's par for the course.
Yeah, see, if
Well,
you just keep
Jason
it like
is
that.
an
See, I'm
evil
doing the Kilroy thing, just like now, if I do this just right. There we go.
Yeah. That was good.
Well, we can actually, if we go to, I think it's under,
Uh-oh. I am not Googling that, but if anybody else wants to try it, you go for it.
Yeah, not going to be messing with that.
No.
Let's see. I know there's a way to do it. I thought there was a way to move it so that it didn't show up at the bottom, but it looks like you're...
What are you talking about?
Oh, the chats.
Oh, no, but it's cool because of the little Kilroy. Like, you need to do that in the future without mentioning it. Like, that was just like, Jason, the thing you did. That was fun.
Yeah, the
just randomly do that.
is
Like
looking over an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, doesn't look like I can do it, but anyway, back to so the one arrow comes from Mom, who is now Robin Hood.
All right, so F
Now-
this show. That's all
Yeah.
I gotta say.
So
I was
this
so
is 2015. So help me out here, Jason. Need a little bit of math.
Yeah.
1952, I believe it was, to 2015. How many years is that?
63.
63.
63. So we'll just round it. So round it to 60. So she was there 3 times longer than Kurt.
Yep.
Because
Shaw.
Kurt,
Yeah,
Shaw. Shaw disappeared for 20 years. She's been missing for 60. That means,
Well, first of all, like they don't even like. How is she alive?
well, obviously,
No, but do the reverse. See, he was down there for like 20 or 30 minutes.
yeah, but she couldn't have been there for more than an hour, and yet she fashioned a bow and became Miss Survival's,
yeah.
queen of the jungle.
Yeah, see, by mistake, and this is why I was saying what Stan brought up before is actually points out an even bigger problem. By them actually telling us, in effect, that the multiplier for Shaw is this, we can do the reverse for her.
Right.
Yeah, that's why the last
And
episode's
yet,
called
John, we
Beyond
did see your
Logic,
comments
because
before the stream started, we actually commented on the comments you left before the stream started.
Yeah.
in fact, and then I acknowledged the fact that he did that and said hi to you. Did you leave to go to the bathroom?
Or maybe he's drunk again.
Yeah.
Well, he is. It is like
But we'll talk
1
about
o'clock in the
Echo in a
morning
minute.
over there. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where I had an absolute meltdown because
Yeah.
it makes
Sportsalty.com, folks. Check it out.
it makes no sense whatsoever that it'd be fine if she was alive, but she should have been like, I've been here for an hour.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
I'm now Xena Warrior Princess.
Well, she's
surviving
frickin',
alone in Monsterland.
I was gonna say you could just call her freaking Hawkeye, where we're
Yeah.
gonna talk Marvel stuff later.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Hey,
sued
tell LDG to get over here. I would say Darren, but I think Salty's got heat with him still. But tell LDG to come by.
No, Darren's mad at me, so whatever.
I said, yeah, you guys have heat. It's a wrestling term. I didn't specify.
I don't do wrestling, so anyway.
Okay, it's very simple. All that heat means is somebody's mad at the other somebody without
Heat also
specifying
means
which
people are
somebody
hot
it
for
is.
each other, so
there be drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want-
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here. I'm like, I know exactly what he's talking about. I don't know.
Wow. Look, John, you missed it. I don't pretend to be drunk. Apparently, I whip my dick out when I'm drunk, so I'm not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
Like I just cannot do it. And in fact, I kind of feel like finding another meeting now that you've said it. You triggered me, brother. Oh my god.
Anyway, we'll talk about that off the air. We don't need to.
Yeah. So Ariel. Oh my god, I
Space
love
between spaces.
I love her icons. They're always
Stop
so good.
about the icon, David.
I just miss.
Ariel, you're triggering. You're gonna.
I
break
miss
Danny.
boobs, man. Like I really do. But yeah, so the space between. I don't know. Isn't she supposed to be dead? This is what I don't understand.
Well, she got pulled down there by bugs that were.
Yeah.
Is
she
that
was
what
mad.
happened? So
Yeah,
See, this is
remember
what
she was
doesn't make-
in
okay, so-
episode 1, she was being torn apart. In fact, I'll bring it up.
in fact, you were right. This is another thing you're right about, which is why I'm afraid about the lesbian bet we have. You called her not being dead.
Yeah.
Michael, I'll give you that. You did. But damn, that pisses me off. I'm just saying. It's just.
All right, so thanks to the magic of editing, we put a little marker right here. And
Read this, guys. That's
You
hilarious.
guys look like 3 math teachers on a Zoom.
Jay Menace, I love you, man. I can't wait to see you on the next Joe Cronin show or whatever.
Oh man.
Do you ever pop up on the Garguts stream, Jay?
Yeah. See, look right there.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is the last time we saw her.
Yeah. Look at that.
You're
I
telling
thought she
me
was dead. Yeah, I
that
thought
she
was
got
dead.
sucked through a portal by all these things and survived.
Well,
And in
That's
an hour
now you're
to-
making you're literally making my argument against you from weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
but on top of that, an hour and a half later, her time,
yeah,
she's basically Hawkeye.
Yeah.
yeah,
Shooting a charging titan in the eye with a handmade bow.
with a huge arrow, with like a huge arrow, like
Yeah.
bigger than.
But how did she even make the bow? She's not
She
a
found the
survivalist.
rudimentary lathe.
Yeah, she's.
He stole my line.
But it makes no sense because that's the opposite of her character. Her character was not the warrior. Her character was the pacifist.
Yes, yeah, dude. That's why. Again, what's the name of the next episode?
Beyond logic.
logic.
Exactly. Like, come on. This
Yeah.
is all beyond logic.
Well, and what really pains me with this one, and I did say this in the watch along, is the name of this episode is an attempt at them trying to be smart because it's a Latin name, Axis
Yeah, look at
Mundi.
this. That's
And here we are watching an episode that is anything but smart.
Oh man. Damn it, I forgot. Don't let me forget to talk to you guys about this after we go off the air. Blaine from Criticless wanted to join us. So obviously can't join us today, but I'd love to have him join us for the last episode.
he's the guy that runs it, right?
Yeah, he's the owner,
Yeah.
founder
Yeah.
guy. But he and I were talking, and I'd love to have him on. He'd love to be on. I meant to talk to you about it sooner, but the job stuff happened, and I got excited, so I didn't reach out to you guys.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that off the air, though. That's
Yeah. I just wanted. I saw something that triggered me to remember that. So yeah.
Anyway, yeah, look at this. This is literally the last shot where we see her alive, and there are bugs all over. That one's like on top of her.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
She is
that's
completely
why.
enveloped in those giant ticks, and you're telling me she survived.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
then-
wait a minute. Now you're kind of being a hypocrite. You're literally feeding my argument that I gave you back to us because you're like, no, she's still alive.
No, I said that because I said, now watch, she is still alive down there. I didn't say it made sense. I said that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As
Okay,
soon as
well,
they
just
were
to
running
clarify,
through the
people,
woods,
I
Yeah,
just want
before
Yeah.
we saw it that we were going to see her.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
However, the arguments Michael's making right now were the arguments I made.
Well, she couldn't possibly be alive.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
why I'm pissed.
Yeah, right.
And she's and like Jason says, she's Hawkeye now.
Yeah. Instantly.
Yeah.
She's pro-violence Hawkeye in an hour and a half at the most being stuck in the upside down.
Right.
Dude, speaking of Hawkeye,
Even if she was let me
or
tell you,
never mind.
even if she was there for a year, okay, I will tell you, if you take a average pacifist scientist, drop them in the jungle, they are not going to be able to figure out how to make a freaking bow that's strong enough to pierce a titan.
Yeah. Look
Let-
at what
let
Stan's saying.
alone
Not
be
just Hawkeye,
competent
the
with it.
Ronin Hawkeye.
Yeah, the
That's-
Ronin
yeah,
Hawkeye,
yeah.
Yeah. And be competent with it, even if they could make it.
Well, hey, I'll be honest with you. Some things you just and I have proof. I used to do. I used to go to the archery range here called Impact quite a bit with my buddy Men when I was in Critical Care Comics, and I picked it up pretty quick, kind of like shooting. Like when my dad took me the first
Right.
time I shot a gun,
I
I was
I've
deadly
gone bow
accurate. Do
yeah,
what?
I've gone bow hunting.
Yeah, some people can absolutely pick it up, but when you
Yeah.
when you do the totality
And
of
I'm-
everything with her,
But we're talking
like-
about making one from scratch.
See, I couldn't. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I couldn't do
Yeah.
that today, and I used to bow hunt.
You got
a
super chat.
Oh, yeah, we got the Eartha kit. Well, I got Eartha kit. What'd you get?
I got the Chippendales, Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley. That's what I got.
which is hilarious because the main overlay is the hot chicken, the white.
Yeah, see,
Well,
that's-
Eartha Kitt, Catwoman is on the screen on the YouTube
yeah,
screens.
So it seems like what I see is what ends up on.
and then And then on you, you've got Marilyn Monroe. So
Right,
what the
because
heck,
on
man?
it's just randomized.
This
Yeah,
is
okay.
beyond hilarious. That's
So is this the
awesome.
Huevo special broadcast? LDG and Bird said they will participate.
Well,
No, this
tell
is
them
not
to
an
come
open
on
mic.
down. They haven't.
They can
you
be in
know.
the chat, but this isn't. We're not doing open.
Well,
mic.
it's not right. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
it's
not
not
going to
open mic night,
It's
but-
not open mic night, but like, yeah. But tell them to join the chat. You know.
But yeah, so this is absolutely beyond ludicrous that she got sucked in and became a freaking superhero in less than a day. But even if she did it in 6 months, I would have a big problem with this because most people cannot fashion a bow. They don't, do you not understand how much you have to know just about tying strings together in order to make a you have something popped up on your screen there.
I
dude.
did, yes.
What's
I got something. Let me go to my thing.
Somebody subscribed to your channel. That's what
Oh.
it said.
Don't bother. It's not worth it. I mean,
effed up.
it's not like he posts anything.
People, you need to subscribe to my channel.
But could you
I've been
imagine-
at 364 for like a while.
Like,
Mike is not entirely wrong in that my channels are
I'm just
somewhat
being
idle.
honest.
So
Yeah, if you have a 100-pound draw bow, which you would need to have at least a.
See, I don't even know what that means. I just
That's
go to
how
the
much-
archery
that's how
range.
much
They hand me a bow
Right.
and arrows, and I just shoot the
Yeah,
targets.
I had
You
a
know what I mean?
100-pound compound bow when I was a kid, and but if you had
Oh, Jay, hold up 1 second. Jay, that's par for the course. If I showed you my text feed with Garguts, you'd think I was his ex-girlfriend because it's like
our guts.
all me. It's a YouTuber guy. He's from the wrestling world. You wouldn't know. So anyway, so it's all like messages, like 15 messages from me. Finally, a reply, and then another like 10 messages from me. Finally, he's the worst. He's just the worst, bro.
So you're like an abused girlfriend.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Makes sense.
So you're not alone, Jay. Don't feel bad. Anyway, sorry. Continue. I like to interact with our crowd. you
Yeah,
know.
that's right. But yeah,
Keeps the
100-pound draw. The string that goes in the bow has to be incredibly strong. It's not like you can just
Well, not only that, but like the stick or whatever, the bow, the actual wood part, it's got to be like strong enough to have that tension from whatever super strong. Yeah,
But
so
but making, I mean, because if you were in the jungle trying to do it, look, that's a serious skill set. That is a serious.
I mean, I get she's like a scientist, super smart.
Yeah, but
person,
just because
but
someone's
still,
a scientist
yeah.
doesn't mean they know everything.
Yeah, here, hold it.
If you drop Neil deGrasse Tyson in the middle of the jungle, guess what? He's going to die. And I'm not saying that I like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he's not a survival expert. He's a cosmologist. She is a biologist, but between.
Did you just say he does makeup?
No, not a cosmetologist.
a cosmologist.
A cosmologist is someone who studies the cosmos.
Got you.
Like an astronomer, or,
Yeah.
but not an astrologer.
Yeah. And Jay Menace, Danny, is saying to stop alienating your friends. They don't care about our secret love affair. So apparently, you and Jay have a thing.
Our fascination with big sweaty men in tights.
He hasn't even been on my show yet. I keep asking these dudes to come on my show, and then Joe gets mad at me. He's like, "Oh, you're poaching my fans." I'm like, "No, bro. I just hate talking by myself into a screen. I can't do it. I have so much respect for people who can do that because it's hard for me."
But
I've
yeah,
talked about this
so-
plenty of times.
So we go from her terrified getting sucked down to her obvious demise to
being the
Prince of
female
Thieves.
version of Ronin.
Yeah. And
ridiculous.
It makes absolutely no sense. And even like I don't remember, did they do anything with her clothes? Let's see.
This pissed me off so much. Guys, support salty.com. I'm glad we didn't make a bet on this because I'd have been even more
Yeah,
upset.
there's some rage that was released.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just waiting to see them explain how long she's been there in the next episode.
Well, not only that, shut up, phone. Not only that, she's the same freaking age.
Yeah.
Right, so it
Which is-
couldn't have been that long.
Which again
Yeah.
goes back to why I'm saying, like, at the longest, she's down there for like an hour and a half.
Right.
And in
But
that time,
they're gonna
she's got a
probably
new
say-
outfit. She's got a new outfit. She's got bows and arrows. She's a badass. And now she's looking at her granddaughter, who she's maybe 10 years older
Well,
than.
let's see. Does she have a different outfit on? So she's
Yes,
wearing-
that is a totally different outfit.
Oh, that looks like an army jacket kind of
Go
thing.
back to the picture.
Well,
like
hold on
she.
just a minute, and the shirt is kind of dark. All right,
Yep.
so then we'll go to when she
Gets gnawed.
dies.
Or should have died.
No, that's the same outfit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
She just had the sleeves rolled up, I guess.
Yeah.
And unbuttoned. Okay. All right. I'll allow it.
However, they're gonna have to. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna say,
Hey, look at this. We got some new guys. We got the Cody guy,
Hey, Cody.
and we got Mr. Chief Cook,
Oh.
and
The
Chief
offensive,
Cook.
With the fat one as his icon.
Yeah. Hey,
And
watch your mouth there.
But yeah, but I'm sure they're going to say something like she was down there for at least 6 months, and then she's going to have to tell a story about how her dad was a survivalist or something and taught her how to survive. And
I'm so over. Like
live
I
a
said
whole-
in the stream, if we weren't reviewing this, I wouldn't be watching it anymore because I loved it so much in the beginning, and then it broke my heart. Normally, I would just not continue this abuse because that's what this feels like. This feels like an abusive relationship.
Yes, you would.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so let's get to it. Well, Jason.
Ugh.
Alex,
you know, I know we were talking about. I was gonna pull the FU card on this one, but I'm gonna save it and give it a 1.
Damn, you're still saving it. I already used my FU.
I expect
So,
the next
yeah.
episode is gonna absolutely enrage me.
Yeah, maybe I should have saved mine also. Why do we only get 1? That's not fair. That's just if
All right,
it's
so
bad,
Jason,
it's bad.
What's your score?
He just told you he gave it a 1. He's
No,
saving.
or,
his
I'm sorry, I
FU.
mean Danny.
Oh well, by default 1, but because I want to give it the FU, but I already used mine, so you know.
All right. Well, you know what? Screw it. I'm saying F you.
You've already used your FU.
Yeah. Well, I'm changing that one to a 1. This one is.
Oh wow.
He's
So we can do that. Okay. I'll remember that next week.
This is like a Uno rules. It's like
Yeah.
a reversing
Yeah,
or
right.
And
something.
next week I may make this one a 1 and do.
Yeah, right. Okay. Wow. See, if I'd have known that, I'd have pulled the same prank he just did. I'd have done, you know what? Change the last one to because this episode so pissed me off with Grandma showing up when she should have been dead, and then the way they treated the Shaw character and
the timing
this was-
is so inconsistent. But
it's
not
completely
about the data, it's
inconsistent.
about your feelings.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I think that's what,
Look at this.
Is this?
no. You
a
know what we talked about this.
Discovery
Before.
review?
This
Well,
is worse writing than Discovery. Because yes, Discovery and this one thing they have in common is that they take what should be a good premise and turn it into a bunch of whiny people talking about their feelings. But at least Discovery tries to be kind of consistent within its own logic. This doesn't even make any sense. You know,
Yeah.
so-
And Ariel, Salty's never tried to hurt me. He's only tried to help me. God bless the man. The fact that he still puts up with me and allows me to be here. He's the
Barely.
salt of the earth. He's a mensch. Yeah, he's a great guy.
And Danny's saying that because he knows it's like if I screw up again, I'm gone. You know, so he's like,
I am on my last chance. So yeah.
Danny's on probation right now.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this was just
So how does this even average out? 110 is what? 0.5? Is that what this gets?
0.6, I think, is
Yeah, it's like 66666.
Okay,
Yeah, see,
let's just. It's below a 1, so we'll just average it to 0. How about that? This was.
I think we can all agree this episode sucked.
This is effing terrible. Why?
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
it
didn't
is.
bother.
It's 0.666, so it's the devil.
Yeah,
It's the devil.
It is the devil.
Yeah.
episode.
It's terrible. I did not even bother bearing the lead or not bearing the lead with the thumbnail.
Right.
I was like, why does this show suck so much? Like, it's terrible.
Speaking of sucking so much, let's talk about Echo for a minute.
That's a terrible segue because to much of the surprise of most of YouTube, I'm talking to you salty nerd and nerdrotic and all you effing haters out there. Echo's fucking awesome. I loved it. I started it and couldn't finish it till it was over. I was engrossed in the action scenes. I cried. I actually loved how they took scenes from Hawkeye in the first episode, Jason, because that's all you've seen, right?
Yeah, just the first one, yeah.
Yeah, so you realize basically that first episode is like an extended version of a few of the Hawkeye scenes.
Yeah.
That whole
because
thing.
I did watch all of Hawkeye, which by the way,
they took scenes right out of Hawkeye.
I do want to take a minute because I suspect I know what it was Danny wanted to bring up a minute ago.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully I'm right because it got sent to me by a friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
Man, you want to talk about the comeback kid. If you have not seen the video of Jeremy Renner actually running up and down his driveway.
After the snowplow thing,
run over that snowcat.
Yeah,
that is that guy, man.
He's an inspiration, dude. No, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have to keep looking at Michael Burnham?
No. We can drop.
I'm looking for an appropriate.
So, I guess that's my hot take on Echo. I loved it, Jason. You've only seen one episode.
I only saw
probably
one.
Speaks,
Well, see, for me,
why didn't you continue watching it? Was it a time thing, or were you just like, I'm not that into it? Or
I'm not really that into it. I watched it like I started watching the episode 20 minutes after it actually went live, so it was a little late.
It's
a series, 5 episodes.
We got a new thumbnail from Ariel.
She's changing just for you to
that's
derail all the trains.
Dear sweet baby Jesus, my God, can I get some milk, Mama, please? Anyway, it's a series. Sorry, let me take that down. I can't even think looking at that. My goodness.
But so I was late. Late enough considering I'm 2 hours ahead of Mike.
So how is that even possible? So you're an hour ahead of the East Coast in America?
Yeah.
Canada sticks out further east than the United States.
Lot further east. Also, most people
so
don't
you're
really
way over there. I didn't realize.
Well, actually, I was having this discussion with LD one night on the UG.
That's Echo from the comics.
So
looks nothing like her final form in this. So Jason, you haven't seen it.
We're going to talk about that in a minute.
No. He's only. Yeah, we'll get to that. Mike kind of told me a little bit about it, but just as a side note, I checked just out of curiosity. Orlando is 800 miles exactly due west of where I am. Okay, that's how far east into the Pacific Atlantic Canada goes.
So, do they have? Sorry, folks, this is
totally boring.
Topic.
Yeah, like
do they have? Are hurricanes an issue up there?
They are, but they aren't because we have to build our houses to deal with snow load. So the biggest problem we have is if we do get a hurricane get up this far, the trees typically don't have leaves in the winter, so heavy winds in the winter don't matter. But heavy winds in the summer or the early fall,
I used to live in North Carolina. I've never lived in Florida, but it's a thing on the East Coast of it. We have hurricane season. Do they have that up there? Is that an issue, or do they not ever get that high up?
it's all shared with the same season. It's just it's
Yeah.
unlikely that most of the storms make it there and maintain that amount of power.
Okay.
The biggest
So it's
we've
not
ever
like,
had is a Category 3, and that managed to hit the
oh
Halifax
man,
area.
that's child's play.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
Most of the
okay.
time, our winter storms are as strong as like a 1.5. It's just like I say, it's snow in the air and there's no leaves, so the trees
Gorilla?
don't get to move.
I'm going to tell you right now, even if Mike took your
No.
money for that challenge,
No,
I'd leave. I would just self-delete.
yeah, I'd
There's
be
no
like,
way.
I don't even think Mike would watch it. At that show,
Yeah.
is so
I
offensive.
tried to watch the first episode.
Oh wow! Talking
Really?
about first episodes.
I got to the first episode and I was like, this is such trash.
I think it was critical. I watched I want to say it was Critical Drinker's review of it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that at all. You know.
So
just to finish my summary there, where we kind of went off into the weeds.
Geography.
a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So it's a 5-episode show. Honestly, it's not so bad that I won't necessarily try the second episode, but for me, there is nothing. He gets the breaks he makes.
No, Brian, you missed it.
Yeah.
I fell off the wagon and I drank at a business meeting, and then I made the mistake of showing up on a live stream, and apparently I whipped my dick out, and I'm so ashamed. I'm not even going to go back to try to watch and see what happened. So that's why I'm on probation. So.
Fortunately, I got him off the actual screen before, but everybody that was on the panel actually got to see your junk in all its glory.
So hey, it was pretty good, right? You know,
Apparently,
no.
I don't know. They were looking away, but yeah. So the show just didn't. I don't care about Echo. When it opened up with
hey,
like
Dr. Scotty, thanks. Wow, really? You're gonna
Yeah.
tell him where to see?
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you want to see Danny whip out his junk, go to the Friday Night Live team.
Yeah, okay, he gets it now. Yeah.
And there's
I'm on
enough
super.
said about that,
It's not
right?
even secret. I'm on super duper extra double triple time probation. So, yeah.
like honestly, that whole opening scene for the first episode that wrecked me.
Oh, the Native American,
The whole
voodoo,
magic
weird
underground
magic
cave
stuff.
of mud
Yeah.
covered. I don't know what was going on.
I thought
they
we were
still-
seeing a live action version of that Tribe from the What If episode. At first.
I actually did too. I literally did too. That's exactly what I thought. But then when they said the chick's name and it was different, I was like, "Oh, they dropped the ball there. It should have been the same chick." Don't you think? That would have been that's like kind of my only gripe. I feel like it should have been
that would prove that they actually have a real plan.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that
I
would've made a
still
lot more
argue
sense.
that they really don't.
Yeah.
I think that, so I'll say this. First of all, the reason I have the comic book version of Echo up there is because I totally get and agree with Anger on this and only this. She is Native American. Nothing else about the character matches what we see on this screen. She is not an amputee.
Nothing.
She is
different
deaf.
power set. Totally different power
Yeah,
set.
she's not an amputee. She's not deaf, and her superpowers are the same as Taskmaster. She
Yes.
can basically mimic anybody else.
That's why she was called Echo. Oh, right. I'm fighting you now.
She doesn't have magic glow lights that do weird stuff to people. which
Yeah.
we're not
Well, not
even
only
sure what
Bonnie had him. Bonnie had him
they-
also.
You didn't get that far into the show.
Yeah. She's got but it's not just her. Bonnie had him, and the grandma had him.
every female in her family.
Oh, I saw this. I saw the promo shot or whatever that was somebody took and put on Twitter.
And I get
And
why.
I just kind of.
Here's my problem with it: is that I do not own a single comic book with Echo in it. So I don't know. I didn't know crap about the character. But the first time I ever saw the character was in Hawkeye, and
Same.
I thought she
Never
was
even heard of
always
it.
there.
And I'm a comic book guy.
Yeah,
so
me
that
too.
was- yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was basically in Daredevil, and I don't have a ton of Daredevil. And
Yeah, me either.
So, she jeez, Joe got me there.
Joe, welcome,
kill
buddy.
people.
Dude, you got some weird friends. I gotta say.
You know what? all of the friends you're calling weird are all from my wrestling stuff.
So this confirms my belief that wrestling is just homoerotic.
Well, it is a bunch of whatever Jay said earlier, a bunch of big beefy
sweaty
men
guys,
and sweaty
Big
guys in
sweaty
tights.
guys in tights.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I understand if you're a fan of the comic book version of Echo and you saw this, I would be really pissed. It would be like if you saw Iron Man and Iron Man was a black gay dude who was actually like autistic or something, and you were like,
Did
wait
you-
a minute, this doesn't make any. If you've never seen Iron Man before, it might have been a great movie and you might have enjoyed it and said that was cool. But someone who knows anything about Tony Stark would be like, what the heck are they doing?
So I like this show enough to go down the rabbit hole, and you know why they made all these changes? The literal reason they made these changes. Have you heard about this?
Well, I know that basically because the actress is an amputee in death.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're like,
So
it's called
You know what
acting.
You, do?
you
You
know?
don't cast her.
Well, and see, this is okay. So this is so I would say that there's limited utility to some of the things you're saying about, if you're not invested in the original comic book character. Because when I watched Hawkeye, I had zero clue who Echo was. I never bothered to look it up because I okay, on Hawkeye, because we've never talked about Hawkeye much.
Kilroy,
I-
you got anything to say about the Stanley's comment here? I'm just kidding.
I'll say
And
something about
Kingpin got
Stan
shot in
Lee.
the face, but just as a scar.
People get pissed about that. No, do you not remember this happened like 2 years ago? A United States Congressperson, I can't remember her name, got shot in the face.
Oh man,
And-
that was a long time ago. Holy
That was
cow,
the
we're all
chick
old,
in
man.
Arizona, right?
Yeah, that was
Arizona?
like 8 years ago. That was Gabby
okay, I didn't realize
Giffords.
that. It's been my brain. But anyway, she got shot in the face.
Yeah.
And fully recovered.
Yeah.
It does happen. It
Yeah.
just depends on how the person gets shot and where the bullet lands.
Yeah, bizarre things happen, man. Bullets.
Well,
are-
at the end of the episode, or I know you haven't, or it's a series, and I know you haven't seen this yet, Jason.
Yeah.
Not his eyeballs there. Like how
Echo heals him.
What?
did she?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Oh yeah, no. When she's putting the hands
She
in.
actually does heal him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man,
okay,
you're
okay.
actually making me dislike this show actively without even watching the episodes.
It's
Well, that's
actually
part of her
awesome.
powers.
Here's my
'Cause,
problem.
no, they have a flashback scene where her mom, I think it was her mom, heals a bird, like the woodpecker, right?
Yeah, well, this is an inherited power, but
yeah.
But my problem here is that we go through this story, and the story's not bad. I actually did like the show in isolation. Yes, it leans heavily into Native American tradition, and by the way, the tribe that she's a part of participated in crafting the story and worked with them to make this show.
Really?
So,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
and so
Yeah.
so the how do you say Jason, you know
It was the Choctaw, right?
Choctaw.
I think.
Oh yeah.
the Choctaw Nation helped produce this show.
That's
Okay,
cool. I
so-
did not know that.
So yes, I appreciate that. I really do. And in isolation, I like the show, but I don't like that what they did was butcher an existing character to create this show. They should have just done what they did in What If and created a new character.
And made and it like I was really I mean it when I was watching that first whatever 5-10 minutes of like where it's all of that and then they come up and their skin's peeling off and
Right.
they do the reveal. I thought it was gonna be the chick from What If.
Yeah, it
And
would
then
have
when
made more sense to me if she was a direct descendant of that chick.
Yeah.
And then to have it be an existing character in the Marvel Comics universe, but then change everything about that character.
Yeah.
And because that I can totally understand why if you are a comic book fan, you would be pissed. It's just like the whole thing, you can't make T'Challa anything but African. You can't have, Steve Rogers be anything but a blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
Right. And Stan, in the comics, the power set was mimicking, not in the show. That's what we're saying. That's what Mike's going on about.
Right.
So
Yeah, her power set is completely different. In this, she doesn't
completely.
mimic. She's a great fighter, and she has healing powers.
I do love how she uses her prosthetic leg, though, in
Well, it makes sense. Your
different
prosthetic leg,
fights.
if you had a prosthetic leg, and you were a martial artist,
Yeah.
you could wreck somebody.
I got to say that I really, I don't know the actress's name, but the fact that in real life she's an amputee and deaf and such a badass is pretty effing awesome. I mean, like there's something
Yeah,
to be said
and
about
let me
that.
say that I know we talked about this a little bit
Oh,
before.
hey, he finally showed up.
Hey,
What up,
LD.
LDG?
Um,
What's up, buddy?
I gotta say this because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but a certain guy who does a show called Friday Night Tights decided to
Gary.
drag a scene from this through the mud. And it was the fighting scene where Daredevil shows up. Echo and Daredevil actually do have a
And
fight
I'm sorry, dude.
and
That was in the first episode. That fight scene is bitching. I don't
right.
care
Well,
what those
here's my
guys
problem.
say.
They were
Yeah.
looking at it, and Gary did this where they amped up. First of all, and if you go watch his video on it, they actually someone did some color correction so that it didn't look the same. It was much
Yeah.
brighter than it was in the final version. And so, and I think they did that just so you could see more clearly that when people were throwing punches, they were they missed the face.
It's Hollywood. They're not. Dude. It's not wrestling. It's
Yeah,
Hollywood.
it's freaking Hollywood. And we talked about like Violent Night. We when we were watching that, if you pause the video during the fight scenes, it's the same thing. And in fact,
Yeah.
there's you know who didn't do that? Bruce Lee. And you know who didn't like to work with Bruce Lee? Everybody.
Yeah, except for the stunt guy that became really good friends with him. Because he'd freaking cold clock you in a second if you weren't
Right.
careful.
Yeah.
And so,
Matter of fact, I
you
saw
do
a
not
hilarious
hit
clip.
people
I
when
saw
you're
a hilarious clip. Oh, you're gonna love this. So a clip I saw just today. Gul Dukat, buddy, the actor, I can't think of his name right now,
From Deep Space Nine.
from Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
He had a scene with Avery Brooks, and they went from practice to live shot, and Avery, of course, telegraphs one punch, and they, pretends to take it, and then everyone shifted just enough when he swung with the other hand. He cold clocked Buddy, and he went down.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I want to see that. You
Yeah,
send me that
so-
clip,
So
dude.
he messed up a little bit.
So yeah, you like if you pause any kind of fights that are not touched up digitally, it's gonna look stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that with any fight choreography in movies, but
and you
The
know,
only time you should ever criticize something, if you're going to pause it, I should say this, is when you do things like pause stuff from The Last Jedi, and
Why do
there's
we-
guys.
why-
No, and there's guys in the background being hit by nothing,
right.
doing backflips. That's when
Yeah.
you get to criticize a fight scene.
yeah. Well,
and
Last
and
Jedi.
do so
Why even
on
invoke it? Come on.
absolutely, you on solid ground beyond all granite. Like
Right.
that's like,
But but if you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, well, that punch obviously didn't connect," of course it did. And and here's the stupid thing to me is that almost every
Goku making his mandatory appearance. Sorry.
almost all these people that are going off on this kind of stuff are also big fans of Star Trek: The Original Series. Look at any fight scene from Star Trek: The Original Series in slow
Christ
motion, and you will
almighty.
bust up laughing.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
My
I don't want to. I don't want to name names, but you got people out here shitting on the show who have literally not even watched it yet. How can you do that?
And they might have stolen my name, but the
How can you do that? How do you shit on something you haven't even seen? That's just
well, and so that's why I named this live stream what I did, and what I wanted to ask you both about. Because here's my problem. I don't think that Echo is a bad show, but I think that people you see, oh look, the next Marvel show is about a Native American amputee who's deaf fighting against a big white guy. And so people immediately go, well, there we go. We're getting more.
it's woke.
It's the woke nature, right? And so it's not that the show is bad. It's that people are sick and tired of diversity checklists. We don't want to see another show about a woman of color with some disability or what. We don't care. You know
Well,
what?
I mean,
Monarch,
well, this
Two.
chick checks like
bring us
tons of
back.
boxes.
Bring us back our classic heroes.
And not just two.
But no, but I like her though. I think the actress is
Right,
really
but
good. She
in
emotes
isolation,
well.
she's fine. But it's not her. The problem is, it's not just her. Look
Yeah.
at if this show came out. And this was, like I said, in isolation is fine. But this show comes out after the Marvels. It comes out after WandaVision. It comes out after Miss Marvel. It
Let
comes
me ask
out
you a question.
after
So are you saying you think the show would have done better had it come out before all of those?
Absolutely. I think if this
Okay,
show was the only show to be the show about a ethnically diverse person with as a superhero, people probably would have loved it. The
So-
problem
Fight
is
scenes.
it's
The
so
fight scenes. I know
overdone.
you haven't
Okay.
seen a lot of them yet, Jason.
Yeah.
But the fight scenes in this series are effing amazing. Like, dude, like so brutal. She's like female Batman.
This
Like
is a
they're-
setup for Daredevil, and Daredevil on Netflix was known to be brutal. And so, and I
Oh,
think
I love
part of-
Daredevil on
Yeah.
Netflix.
and
Danny,
I
if
think
you
part
have
of what
not,
they're trying to do is show that yes, Disney can do dark, and they did a good job at that. I will say.
well, they
Mission
did. But
accomplished.
did you notice how like this is rated MA? But like, dude, it doesn't even say like there was one scene. It really stuck out in my mind. He was talking to somebody, and instead of saying shit, he said crap. And I'm like, dude, you already got the MA rating. Why don't you just say shit? You know, there's not a single F bomb.
I
There's-
didn't care about that though, to be honest. As far as the language,
I'm not concerned with language. I think that if you haven't seen Daredevil,
but the violence needs to be visceral.
Daredevil and
Oh, the violence was
Punisher
amazing.
Mhm.
was absolutely
Dude, this was on the same level. You got to finish watching it for the fight scenes alone. Like they're
okay.
freaking awesome. They're
I'll watch it for clinical
maybe a
reasons
super
at a
cut. Maybe
minimum.
somebody should do a super cut of the
No,
fight
no.
scenes.
I'll
'cause-
slow.
I'll
I'll
tell you,
slow.
when we see the backstory on Kingpin, you know,
But my problem, and I gotta go back and finish the thought I hadn't gotten all the way out before.
Sorry.
No, but like 20 minutes ago.
Ariel, Gargoyles is not dark. This is dark.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people skipped Hawkeye. I watched it because I appreciate the vast majority of the acting or
I'm
the
one
actors
of the few
in
who
it.
really liked Hawkeye.
I really
Kadish did too. That's one of the few times
I
he and
really
agreed on
wanted
this.
to like it, except for the fact that by the end of it, it felt a little bit of a. They kind of handed the shaft.
Well,
to-
that's
to
another
old
perfect
Hawkeye.
example. Hey,
I
look,
didn't like
Hawkeye,
it.
and there's the girl.
Yeah.
You know,
So they
The
keep
same thing happened in the comics, though. It was clear that whole
yeah, but the comic book
series was based
and-
off the Matt Fraction run.
But the comic book industry is dead because of it. You know, they replaced
they've
Iron
already
Man with
murdered
Iron Heart
themselves on
You know,
paper.
Black Panther is now a girl.
So
Everything they're transforming everybody into women, and nobody wants that.
so when they walk Echo into Hawkeye, that was so distracting for
Right.
so many reasons. I don't care about the character at all. Like I just don't. I don't care about her backstory. I don't care about the backstory I've seen so far. I am not at all in any way interested in this character. She's grumpy. She's off-putting. I don't like her acting.
Really,
Nope.
I disagree with everything you
No,
just said.
that's
But you need to watch. Well, I
but-
want to. I'll be interested.
but I
to see
mean,
if you
but
feel
this
the
is
same
me
way after
going from
watching.
what I saw in Hawkeye and in the first episode of this show. The show is homework for me. If I wasn't doing YouTube stuff, I would not watch the show.
Right.
Like if I wasn't doing
Kinda
YouTube stuff,
like me
I
and
would.
Monarch.
I'll agree with you to a point on
But even deeper than all of this, where we're at now, combined with what you have already brought up, Mike, is
Mhm.
this is something I've said before, and I'm glad we're getting to the point where, I mean, more and more people are kind of recognizing this. This is like bordering on, spousal abuse type things, where you're just beaten, or worse, it's like animal abuse, where as soon as you raise your hand towards your animal, it's cowers in the corner like you're about to beat it.
I wish this motherfucker would. He just can't get like. Come on,
Goku's
Goku.
like, yeah, that's a hand. That's cute. You go away.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is where we're at, and this is the situation you end up with. Is even if there's a good, compelling story that happens to come out, it's too late.
Right.
It's been too
Because
much,
you've hurt
too
people with
often,
diversity
too
thing.
late. You've damaged me. Like,
And
what-
yeah,
this is why I say I don't understand at all how they come back with this without taking a
telling you,
5-year hiatus and actually building a good Fantastic Four story.
See,
there's no way to recover from this.
I said the same thing. I was in the chat a few weeks ago with Salty Nerd, and I said the same thing. And then Kadish had the perfect response, and he was just like, "Well, that would mean that you'd have to have common sense." So,
well, and I think too, the biggest of all the problems is they know that if they pivot hard back to what they need to be doing, that on its own is tacit admission that they know that they all effed up big.
but that's
well, the way they could handle that though is you just fire a bunch of people, bring in competent people, and then course correct.
But,
Well,
but
and then-
who?
I
I
think
mean,
we're seeing some of
you have
that.
to remember, we're talking about institutions here. We're not just talking about, a couple of people. As much as we love to, put a chick in it and make her gay and beat up on Kathleen Kennedy.
Put a chick in it and make her gay.
The reality
You think
is
you hate South Park, but yet you'll quote it.
Well, first of all, you made me watch that clip, so that's the only reason. No, that's fine.
But the reality is these people get in, they infect everything, and then they hire all these people that just exist throughout the entire institution. So you almost have to gut everything. So that's why I say I don't understand how you can come back and fix this, because you've got it's an ideologue that has taken control of everything, and I don't.
Ervik, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here earlier, but yes, we were talking about this earlier. Doesn't that look sexy? That computer. I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous. That's. I mean, I don't know if your specs are better than mine, but it's certainly sexier than mine. So.
It's pretty spicy. It was.
Could use a better graphics card, but other than that, I mean, it's a pretty solid rig.
Yeah.
It's got 128 gigabytes of RAM.
Dude, that's just effing overkill. Come on.
Well, that's why it's
that's just overkill.
But at least he gets to have 4 stripes of light coming down. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
and Stan, I don't know what you mean by this, but
I don't know. Sure.
That's okay. Yeah. That we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it's
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is why I have such a lack of hope that there will be a fix on this kind of stuff. And the same thing, by the way, affects me with respect to Star Wars as well as Star Trek. Like, I don't hold this attitude singularly for the MCU. This is a multi-franchise issue.
Right.
And I'm terrified for the next upcoming Alien movie.
I haven't watched a trailer for it yet.
Oh, what's there's a trailer out for I saw promo
they
art.
Just dropped a trailer a couple of days ago.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I want to be hopeful, because you and I have talked about this offline before already, Mike. It's got the same guy that did Don't Breathe.
And Don't Breathe was a masterpiece.
And I love that movie. It's a great movie. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I have high hopes for it, but I understand why you'd be concerned.
What's the name of it?
Alien Requiem, I believe.
No.
Is it Requiem?
No. It's Alien.
Is this the one where I saw promo art where it's like
Romulus.
A young Ripley?
Yeah, Alien Romulus. I knew how to Star Trek tie in there. Yeah, Alien.
Romulus. Is it the one with like a? I saw like a thing on Twitter where it was like Alien something, and there was like a chick, and it was supposed to be Ripley, but like not Sigourney Weaver and younger. It's
not.
Well, somebody tried to spinificate things. That's not.
See, I get so much fake stuff. Yeah. That's why I don't know.
Anyway,
you remember that time I got fooled by that trailer?
Yeah. It's not in this. So.
No. It's not a reboot or anything like that. Because I saw an article that tried to almost make it sound like that. But the funny thing is, and the reason why, and I know we're kind of diverging at the moment, but the reason why I'm kind of terrified a little bit is one of the main cast members. Although she's actually not bad depending on what you put her in as far as a role. But one of the main characters is Dora the Explorer.
Right.
What?
That was her last role.
It's Isabella Merced.
Oh, okay. Not the actual Dora.
No. But
okay,
she played
the
Dora
actress
the
that played.
Explorer.
I got you. Yeah.
So,
okay.
but yeah, either way, like I say, she's been in other things where she's done a really good job with the roles she's been given. So I'm not going to beat up over the fact that she's from that.
Salty.
We're not promoting other people's streams. Right?
Okay, thank you. No, that's my point. You always get on my mother. You get on my mother about it. I wanted you to get onto this guy. I don't know this guy. You get onto him.
Yeah, Sci-Fi, I love you, but stop trying to promote your stream on my stream. All right?
He literally yells at my mother for promoting other. Anyway,
that's funny.
But
and that's my mother.
Yes, Stan. There's a live action Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but it's like a Mayan, thing or something. My daughters watched Dora the Explorer cartoon. But,
right, it should, and this is where Hollywood has this tendency to do this. They always overcompensate for things, right? So there weren't enough strong female characters, so not every strong character is female.
But here's the other problem: strong female characters. Who decided that there needed to be more? Who said that there were too few?
Well, not only that.
Well, see, this is where the misconception comes in. Is Hollywood believes that they're going to get more women to show up for these types of movies if they make the protagonist women.
This is exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
they're trying to take I don't know if medium's the right word. They're trying to take a genre, I guess is the right word, that is predominantly supported and loved by men, and like, oh, hey, I want to change it so we can bring in women, and then you get not that many women, and you alienate 90% of the men. Right. So you just ruin something good by not just leaning into what makes it work.
My wife loved the MCU, past tense. Now she doesn't.
Hey, she's on team mine.
Yeah, and so
well, I mean, I don't think I think anybody with rational thought doesn't like anything after Endgame. Basically,
And same thing with what they did with Star Wars as far as the films and stuff. My wife didn't care for Rey and all that. Women don't want to see women being men. So Rey Skywalker or Rey Palpatine, however you want to say it.
No, that's not true. Straight women don't. Lesbians do.
No, I don't even know if it's that high.
It's not about sexual orientation, though. It's
really, because if you're a straight heterosexual female and you see
I think you're diving
hot,
too deep into it. I think
competent, heroic man of virtue, that's a turn on, and you like that.
It's not about.
But if you're a lesbian, if you're a man hating dyke, that's a turn off.
No, hold on. Are you turned on when you see a man kicking ass in an action film?
I'm not turned on, but I'm
okay. Then
up.
Stop saying that. It's not necessarily that for women too. But you know what they do like is a character that they can believe is that character. And
because it's not always about projecting, because this is where we get into this situation where a lot of these writers are starting to write themselves.
Right.
They're projecting.
Hey, look, a squirrel. Is that the same room that flooded like a year ago that you're in now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Took you that long to fix it, huh? Okay, right on.
Dude,
you need better insurance.
I had to put more railings in the stairs just so I can get up and down the stairs.
So, yes, it's like a fully OSHA compliant house now.
There's stairs on both sides, or there's rails on both sides of the stairs so that I can hold them both going up and down the stairs.
Why don't you get one of those little seats that like?
Oh, why don't you pay for it?
That's like some money. You ever look into that?
Why don't we make a page, like a goal, and we could.
It would take upwards of $10,000 because the stair has to go around a corner and it's in a tight spot.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So it would not be worth the money unless I was a complete invalid. And so if I can,
would an elevator be cheaper? Like a
elevator would be close to the same price.
Okay.
To be honest, one person. You know, I would actually wouldn't mind getting a dumbwaiter just so that I could like tell the wife to make me a sandwich and send it up. Not that she would, but it would be cool.
Woman, make me a sandwich. Do it your damn self.
Sci-Fi says, look, I don't. If you want to talk about your channel every once in a while, that's fine. But you're literally telling people to go check out your live stream that's going to start in 1 minute, and we're not done.
Yeah, and we usually go till 5.
Not cool. That's my problem.
Yeah. If you were like, hey, my live stream's at 6, then we'd be like all for it. But you're like, you're you know,
yeah, but your
like
live stream is starting now, and we're still going. It's not cool for you to tell people to go to your live.
Yeah, stream. That would be like somebody showing up on NXT and saying, "Hey, go check out Dynamite." No, no, don't do that.
But I do. You know, I'm not saying that you're. You know, because I've seen your live streams; they're fine. I'm not saying that your live streams suck. I'm saying if you're gonna do one, great. If you say, "Hey guys, I'm doing a live stream at 8:00 tonight" or whatever, fine. But if you're gonna be live streaming at the exact same time I'm live streaming, I don't have a problem with that because hey, it's free country and it's not like, you know, we live stream at the same time every week. And I know sometimes we overlap with other people.
Yeah.
Seriously, Ariel, DM me. Come on. Like you're too good to be true at this point. Oh my God.
Ariel is an AI.
Ariel's with ChatGPT.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like tells me exactly what I want to hear every time.
But yeah, I think it's a red herring to go claiming that even some of the subcategories of, you know, non-straight people are into things because of, you know, specifically sexual reasons.
Well, damn, dude. Okay, I didn't mean to make it like that. I'm just saying.
No. But I'm just saying, like, well, let's just put it this way: The Marvels is the ultimate proof that the WNBA is a waste of time.
Right.
Hey, now the Aces are the champs, and they represent Vegas with class, and so I'm not going to let you besmirch the WNBA.
I got to say this because I think it's absolutely hilarious.
No, that was. I need an apology from Jason. That's beat up. That's wrong.
Are women lining up for the WNBA? Are women lining up to go watch the Marvels? No. I've watched WNBA games. I've watched women's soccer games. And I'm sorry, ladies. That's boring.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on.
The opinions expressed by Jason on this panel are his and his alone and do not reflect the other opinions of the people on this panel.
Here's what I think is absolutely hilarious, okay? So what on your screen...
We got a newbie here. Skid Punk Grinko says Power Girl. Enough said. Well, Power Girl.
Here is the new WNBA logo. All right. Now,
why are you guys dumping on the WNBA?
Hold on.
Just let it wash over you.
Let me finish, please. I've been trying to say this for 5 minutes. I find
it's an exaggeration, more like a minute, but go ahead.
I find it absolutely hilarious that in a league where no one can dunk, the logo shows someone dunking.
Wow, seriously? First of all, have you never watched an Aces game? Guys, the Las Vegas Aces reigning defending.
Crap about the Las Vegas Aces.
Well, okay. You know what?
The WNBA sucks.
Love you guys.
But think about this for a second. There is no rule to not have women or short men in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Why did an entirely separate league have to get created?
Whoa. Why are you lumping short men with women? That's
because
Scottie Pippen aside, they can't play as good as people that are 6'6" and up. They just can't.
I would respectfully disagree. Maybe they can't dunk, but look, my fat ass could probably beat both of you in like a 3-point shoot off.
Oh,
mostly because I was raised in North Carolina.
I have zero sports ball skills, no matter how agile I still am for my age. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to take you up on that.
I would actually love to play one-on-one basketball with you guys sometime. That's funny.
Yeah, that ain't gonna
But as it relates to trying to attract.
Oh my God.
happen.
Everybody's piling on. Like,
All right.
Nate.
We're going. We're way off.
Way
the
off.
third
Okay,
rail.
so let's get back to the show. So trying to draw a larger audience or trying to check boxes to increase viewership or anything like
and
that.
Ariel's trying to derail us with wrestling questions. No,
Let's-
Mike. Yeah.
Let's look at another problem that can go in the other direction. So you go to a much more conservative society. Oh,
You got a super chat.
Thomas Potts. Washington's WNBA team raised an attendance banner one year.
are you guys fighting?
Stop
over
it.
the
That's my
button?
job. Stop it.
Yeah, but you don't do it, so that's why I was waiting. And thank you, Thomas. They raised an attendance banner. What
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but I will say. And Thomas, by the way, does work in for
a pro sports stadium.
Just thank the man for the $5 and move on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But the whole thing about the WNBA is that just taking the NBA and making it all women is not going to bring in a woman crowd. If it did, the WNBA would be making money. The reason the WNBA players make so much less than NBA players is because nobody goes to see the WNBA. Nobody watches the WNBA. It's like AAA baseball at best.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to defend my defending.
But
I don't care about
WNBA
it's not about your team versus.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. What do you think would solve? Like, obviously, if women don't care, but there are particular women that want to compete. Do you hold up? Do you think they should just have an NBA and let it be what is it called? When you go to co-ed, thank you.
It is already. There's
no restriction. That's why I said
no restriction about women joining the NBA. They just never qualify.
Yeah.
Man, Skid Punk Gringo spitting out more facts. It is very cheap to see the Aces play.
So just to give you an idea, because I got busy the other day and I decided.
And that's true of most sports leagues, by the way. Most sports leagues, there is an everybody league and then there's a women's league.
Yeah.
So a woman.
Well, they should. I don't know, man. Some of the chicks I've seen could make it. And
you
cut it
that,
in the NBA.
They cannot compete with the men.
Tell you what. Here, when you're talking about anything besides accuracy, so taking the shot itself, which applies also to things like Olympic shooting and archery. Besides that, quite literally, every single time an Olympic team, which for many decades now also includes pro sports players and not just quote unquote amateurs, Olympic teams of the female persuasion practice against high school boys teams and get wrecked.
Bullshit.
Give me proof.
No, give me proof. I don't believe this. Sounds like
soccer, hockey,
some toxic masculinity
basketball.
Bullshit.
They get, and it's not just like 2-1. No. It's like 18-0. It's like call the game because you're going to send everyone home crying.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
I don't believe you. Brutal. I refuse to believe you unless you give me proof.
Even
you're the research department.
Even the what's her face, Serena Williams herself, has
she couldn't beat a man.
Flat out said that and admitted that if she was ranked in total period of all tennis players, she might be 800.
Damn.
And it's just a reality.
Men are bigger, stronger, faster than women. That's just a fact.
Oh wow! Like taking the Captain Marvel.
So that, and women inherently know this, regardless of whatever claptrap is out there in the common culture.
Right.
Mom, I hope you're not texting and driving. Be safe.
And the funny thing is, people will say, "Well, I've seen women that could kick your ass." So Gina Carano or something.
So one is the rule. Like that's my reaction. It's like,
yeah,
come
but
on.
You put Gina Carano against The Rock. And what's going to happen? He's going to squish her like a bug. That's
Well,
what,
no, that depends. If it's in a wrestling ring, it'll be a
no, I'm
nice
not
15, 20 minute
Danny.
knockdown, drag
You
out,
understand my
back and
point?
forth
No,
match.
my point
No.
is that people say, "Oh, Gina Carano could kick ass." Yeah, you take a guy that's at that same level, and you're looking at a guy that is a foot taller than her and at least 100 pounds more than her and made of solid muscle. He's going to crush her. Okay, it's not fair.
Why does this always come up? Like
Because
the
the
French.
problem is that what Hollywood is trying to do is to deny reality. And so they're trying to say, oh, no, women are just as tough as
All
men.
right.
Women are just as strong as men. They can do everything a man can do. And so to do that, they create roll after roll after roll now where we see women kicking men's butts, and it's tiring. I'm done with
Well, hold up. I want like to bring it back to Echo.
it. Right.
And I know Jason hasn't
And again,
seen.
I liked Echo. I'm not,
Yeah. So
the problem is that
there,
Echo's not in isolation. Echo is surrounded by all these other shows and movies where they're trying to replace men with women.
yes. However, the episode, I don't remember the number because I literally just watched it all through like it was a
And no, we're
single
not talking
movie.
about Mary Sue's. That's a whole different thing.
In Echo, there was the episode where she was captured and kept in the skating rink and then had like ended up fighting all the
Yeah.
dudes. All of that shit to me was 100% believable because like the way like
But I'm not talking about Echo specifically. And
No,
this is the problem, is that Hollywood has created a culture of taking women and making them superior to men every single time. So while Echo may feel believable, I'm tired of seeing a woman kicking everybody's ass over and over and over.
I get what you're saying. So if
Right.
they did it less, it would give
That
Echo
would make this
more-
special. But
Yeah,
this
right.
isn't special because
Exactly.
this is
Okay,
just
I agree
one
with
more
that.
well,
woman
because
kicking everybody's
because
ass.
you know who never bugged me? Storm never bugged me. Rogue never bugged me.
Yeah.
Lady Sif never bugged me until they overdid it with the whole hitting Loki in the nuts. I could keep going. Because before they went completely whole hog,
No,
to use-
Stanley.
to use-
no,
I like
Black Widow's a good example. Black Widow. Did
Black Widow was
Yeah.
absolutely awesome until they completely went totally cartoonish with the Black Widow movie.
I still
Widow
have.
was awesome.
I gotta see that. I still haven't watched
That
that.
Black Widow movie is painful.
It's
Okay.
So
It's
so
not
here we go.
good
So
movie.
FC Dallas under 15 boys beats the U.S. women's national team 5-2.
Damn.
15-year-old boys trounced the women's national team
Wow.
5-2.
Okay.
Rapinoe, as in the big mouth from the U.S. national team for soccer, whose U.S. was trounced by a U15 boys team. You are not better than us just because you are a boy. Yeah, because it's super denial. They're just better because they're better. You know what? There's tons of people that are insanely better at things than I am. And if I'm going to let that slow me down, then I'm an idiot. I'm going to find something else I'm good at, which of course, obviously I've gone on and done. So it's the same thing. Like, people understand that there's limitations, and it breaks into everything. It cuts into storytelling in every way, shape, and form. It's why there's nothing wrong with having quote unquote strong characters, period. Because what you need a strong character for is because you need people to actually care about the character or actually be interested in a villain.
Mhm.
You look at things like, okay, let's look at Farscape.
Look at that. Skid Punk Gringo, you're
Thank you
new,
very
I
much,
believe. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe.
Yeah, you look
Feel
at,
free to hop onto my channel too. I only have 3 people watching over there.
Thomas's comment.
but yeah, you look at Jason is good at something.
Well, it's not IT, Thomas. So
Well, I'm not starving to death, so clearly I'm competent enough.
Well, you got the 8 houses or whatever Ariel always says.
But yeah, you look at
the Pitchfork
Farscape.
Factory.
Farscape is a terrific example that actually also went on to become a great I don't know how serendipitous it was, but it ended up being awesome that the two main actors from Farscape ended up in the last couple odd seasons of Stargate SG-1, and that's come on, scroll faster. Ben Browder and Claudia Black. And Claudia Black is freaking awesome. Every character I've ever seen her play is generally awesome. Except for, of course, unfortunately, she played the dark the witch sister in Anakin.
And Indy Tiger promoting his new cereal that he's the mascot for. They're edible.
So hey, look, I want to take this moment to take a break for this week's sponsor. I'm sharing the screen. Can you?
Oh, you can click on it.
Do we actually?
There we go. So this week's sponsor is Dork Knight Designs and Marketing, offering services that range from website design, digital caricatures, logos, and more. Look at that. You could be your own mascot. You can get a new website. You can do all the things. Just hop on over to dorkknightdesigns.com, where you can check out our portfolio of over 2 decades worth of amazing work. You can even, let's say, I'm not really interested in websites. I just want to do logos. I just want to do prints. I just want business cards or whatever. You can click on the link here. It sorts everything for you, and you can see the different sites that have been provided. And if that interests you at all you do is click on the request a quote, and within an hour, usually minutes, someone will get back to you because you threw up the signal.
By someone, he means him, and I'm assuming he's awake.
You're killing the illusion.
I don't think we had much of an illusion there.
Anyway, I don't know how that happened, but
you need to remove your.
Yeah, you have to delete it from the.
Okay.
Yeah. It's taken me a bit to get used to the interface. You'll get used to it too.
Yeah. And I'm guessing, Jason, you still haven't gotten your fuel up, which is why I haven't mentioned him lately. Damn. Okay. I'll reach out to her. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah. So and here's just because research department was activated. Here's one that's going to absolutely melt your brain, Danny. So track and field, 100-meter dash, adults, not kids, not Special Olympics.
Oh my! Men, she changed her icon again.
She did this.
Where did she come up with these?
I don't know. This one's been there for the last
search
20
big
minutes.
boob cartoon on Google. I'm sure you.
Okay.
100-meter dash. Best men's result 9.69. Best women's result.
Can we stop crapping on women?
No. This I just want to really. This is going to paint an enormous picture. This one stat, and then after that, I'll leave it alone. Best women's result 100-meter dash 10.71. More than a second off in a 100-meter dash isn't just nuts. It's catastrophic. Catastrophic to the following degree: number of men that outperform the fastest women's result in history, 2,474.
I get your point. And Skid Punt Ringo, thank you for asking for the one thing that that Dork Knight Designs and Marketing doesn't offer, but I can send you a referral if you DM me.
But the point there is just that, so not that women are incapable, but that if you make every woman so good that she's better than most men, then it's like syndrome when everybody's a super and nobody is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. I like the occasional strong woman character that kicks ass, like Ellen Ripley, as people pointed out, Sarah Connor. And that's what made those characters special.
I would actually
put out in a crowd.
I would actually put. Let's get back. I would actually put Echo in that category. I like this.
Echo doesn't stand out right now because there's 75 other strong women that have come out in 2024, and
including a movie just a few months ago that has 3 of them in it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
damn. So
that's the problem.
that's why, like I said in
That's
my
why I said
tweet,
it's not a problem with this movie or this show being a woke disaster. The problem is that we have diversity fatigue because they keep shoving this stuff at us, regardless of whether it's good or bad.
that I totally get that. That's exactly why in my tweet I said, just give this show a chance. It's not like, because on the surface, I get what you're like.
But people don't
It,
want to give it a chance. That's why the Salty
yeah.
Nerds guys were sitting there roasting the show without even watching it.
Hey, I thought we agreed we weren't going to name that.
I know, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
And let's just take, but unfortunately, let's just take this to the one place that I've been kind of harping on for weeks now, and that is all of these things are all part of the main MCU universe now. If you skip anything, you're lost.
Well,
And
well,
what's bad?
well, hold up. Actually, no, with Echo, and that's what I liked about the first episode. So, if you didn't watch Hawkeye, you're not lost watching Echo, because they basically took 15 minutes of shit from Hawkeye and made a 50-minute episode of Echo.
But if
for the first episode,
but
and
if
you don't,
you've
so you
given-
don't have to watch Hawkeye to get
But
it.
if you've been brutalized by the horrible brutalized, that's an exaggeration if there ever was one. First world problems on full
brutalized
display
is
here.
kind of a strong word.
Yeah, I know. If you've been,
hold up to this point, 100%.
Yeah,
And
that's
mom, if
gonna
you're
bite
still,
them.
mom, if you're still here, she'll. So I had Disney Plus. I'm a D23 member because I was indoctrinated from a young age. I love Disney, everything, even though the older I
By
get, the less
indoctrinated means he was raped by a mouse.
sure. So, anyways, thanks, Mom. But so I got as a D23 member, I got 3 when they like 6 months before they launched Disney Plus. They sent out emails to all the D23 members. They were like, "Hey, for $70, you can get 3 years of Disney Plus." So I did that because that's a steal, right? And then it was like they sent me, when my renewal came up, it was $70 a year. So 3 times as much as what I was used to paying. So I called my mom, because Disney Plus isn't like Netflix. I have my mom's on, like, several people are using the same Disney Plus account. So I called my mom and I was like, "Look, I'm not paying this. Like, that's ridiculous. They're charging too much." And then she's like, "Oh, please, blah blah blah." Okay, so I did it. So then the next year, guess what? Guess what Disney Plus costs now a year? Do you guys know?
Well, for
$149.99 a year.
Yeah,
so I went from paying
but
$70 for 3 years, $70 for 1 year, to basically $150 a year. So then I called my mom again.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. So So then I call my mom again. I'm like, "This time's for real. I already put in the cancellation." And so she's like, "No, blah, 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 blah." So basically, so now my mom's paying for Disney Plus just because she wants it.
They're pushing you guys into the whole issue, though, because of, or they're raising the prices because of everything going on with Hulu and what's the other one?
ESPN, I think.
No,
right?
not.
Isn't that the normal bundle? Disney, ESPN, Hulu. That's the bundle.
Maybe, but
you can watch Hulu on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're going on. I know up here.
What the hell's on Hulu anyway? You know what the best bang for your buck is, folks, and they're not
Alien
a sponsor.
Romulus, for one, that's coming to Hulu.
It is Peacock. Peacock is the absolute best bang for your buck.
I think the reason why
it's like $5 it's $5 a month, $5 or $6 a month, and you get so much content.
I know what it is. There's a bunch of regionals that have streaming services that are on there because my in-laws down in Florida, they decided to not get a regular subscription or cable
wait,
TV.
whoa! You married an American?
No, they moved there.
Oh, okay.
I do have married in half and half, but these are both Canadians, but they're going to be getting their citizenship soon, so they'll be dual citizens soon. But anyway, they got Hulu and something else, and I think like TBS and stuff like that's available through Hulu. Like there's like a TBS channel or something like that.
There's a few channels you can get through Hulu.
Yeah, But anyway, just from a price perspective, you get a little of this. So it's $140 a year for Disney Plus in Canada, in Canadian. So it's about $105 US. But we
See,
only get access to
my
Disney
mom
Plus.
just had to pay 150 basically.
Well,
But we only get
they're
access.
all raising their prices because of
yeah.
the general economic situations going on, and I can understand that it's frustrating as all heck. I can understand it, but you know,
I'm just saying, like, I
and
went
yes,
from
Brian, I
paying.
actually have Walmart Plus. That is a kind of a cool thing because
What's Walmart Plus?
Walmart Plus.
Walmart's got a thing.
Walmart Plus means Walmart will do free delivery to your house. You get discounts on gas, and you get Paramount Plus.
Well, if I shopped at Walmart, I guess that'd be cool.
Well, if you don't shop at Walmart, you're pissing away money most of the time.
Well, first of all, the closest Walmart to me is like 20 minutes away, so F that.
Yeah, but Walmart Plus will deliver for free. So,
Well, how much is it? Is it cheaper than Prime, Amazon?
it's like $12.99 a month.
Yeah, speaking
know
of
what the
Prime,
year
yeah,
is.
bring on the boys. Dude, we gotta. You know what? I know you got. We're leaning Christian, so we can't cover the boys. But
Well, it's not that. I think the boys just sucks, to be honest.
ouch! I
think-
love the boys. Oh
I
my
think-
god!
I think if they trim back a little bit on some of the stuff, it wouldn't be as
The boys is
grating.
gratuitously
But I
violent.
didn't mind it.
It's
I'll
not-
So
say
hey,
that.
don't get mad at me. I'm just sharing this in the chat.
What is your thing about sharing crap?
No. It's the link to my channel because Ariel's been trying to invite Skid Punk Gringo over to my channel for a minute, and maybe he just doesn't have the link.
All right.
you know.
So the
$98
boys,
a year, by the
like,
way. is
if you
what
compare the boys,
Walmart Plus
because
is.
and it's not about being a prude about the violence. If you compare the boys to the equally violent and in some ways even more graphic Invincible, Invincible is a
Invincible's
great
so-
show.
I love Invincible.
Right.
Oh,
my
I
God.
heard they went multiverse though this year.
Did they? No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
With this latest
No.
season, they went multiverse.
No,
Yeah.
well, I mean, unless it's the stuff that hasn't come out yet, because I just
No, it's a new
watched.
season. They're multiverse now.
No, it's not a multiverse. He just went to another planet, kind of became the.
You didn't see that they even show Invincible teamed up with Omni-Man in another reality.
So hey, I wanted to bring this up because I haven't actually watched this yet. Have either of you watched Gen V? Because I haven't.
I watched a little bit of it, and to me, it's just the boys light.
No, I haven't seen it. I may
It's
eventually
basically
get there, but-
like the Professor X version of, or like the X-Men version, right?
I think it's better than the boys because at least not every character is a despicable a-hole, but it's which is something I don't like about the boys because I like to have characters I can root for, and there's nobody in the boys that I want to root for because everybody is an a-hole.
So hey, cool, but why are you telling the world that, Mom? But okay, that's
She just wants to share.
Well, no, wait, no. She's following the rules. Don't text you on your phone, so your
Yeah.
phone's not jumping up and down. Right?
yeah, no. See, Mom, I would have told you to not watch it if you
Yeah.
didn't.
And
ask
no,
me,
Planet
'cause
X
I already- yeah.
Invincible is not in the same universe as the boys. However, if you do get Mortal Kombat 1, you can get both Omni-Man and Homelander.
Dude,
as
Invincible
playable
is
characters, which is kind of
so good. And I think they resume this second season here in like 3 days, I think, right? Isn't it coming? Because they did that thing that Netflix does. They did the first half of season 2 and the second half's about to come out.
Of what? The boys?
No, Invincible.
Oh, Invincible. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I was told by a friend of mine who was really into Invincible just today. He said they went multiverse.
They did. Which is not my
Well,
favorite thing in the world.
maybe that's in the second half. I didn't see anything
They,
multiverse.
then you're not.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right. No, okay, no. In
In
episode
fact, the bad
episode
guy
1 of
is
season
like-
2, the kid was okay. You're right. No,
the
no.
bad
sorry.
guy's got like the brains of every different.
Yeah.
version of
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
I remember now.
So here's a bit of a surprise as we just kind of peter out the last few minutes here. I just flipped to my Twitter page, and courtesy of Kadich, it jumped to the top of my feed here.
Uh-oh.
There's another He-Man show coming out in a couple weeks on Netflix.
Yeah, the
It's
Kevin
a
Smith. No, it's season 2 of
continuation.
the Kevin Smith one.
Oh yeah, which
Oh, I
I'm
thought it was
sorry,
a new-
I know you you have a thing for Kevin Smith. That show sucked balls. And
Fuck you.
yeah,
And I say that with love.
yeah, no,
No.
that show.
No. And
I-
you know what's funny? So I'm convinced He-Man is why I'm not on Salty Saturdays anymore, because they had me on with that Tom Connors dude from
You
the
weren't on for a different reason than that. I can tell you that.
whatever. Anyway, he and I got into an argument over He-Man, and then he started to shit on Kevin. Like, I love Kevin Smith.
It's
I mean,
not about Kevin Smith. I don't give a crap about Kevin Smith, good
ouch.
or bad. I just don't care about him. And you know, people make a big deal out of him. I haven't seen any of his movies, and I don't give a crap about him.
Dude, okay,
However,
we
when
got to
I
do
watch,
Mallrats together. I want to do a Rats watch.
I don't want to watch it.
No, he wouldn't.
Well,
I
you're
could
making
tell
me
you.
watch Discovery, and I don't want to watch that.
Yeah,
So
but
what
you know
the F, man?
You know what? This is a Star Trek channel, so get over it. But with the thing about the He-Man is that you have a show that's based on it. I know it's not technical. It's called like Masters of the Universe or whatever.
Oh, man, my
But the
kidneys.
fact
Look at this.
that they
Oh.
the fact that they completely eliminate He-Man from the He-Man story is garbage. And then
They
what do
didn't
do?
completely eliminate him. What do you? God
It's a
dang
bait
it, man! What do you?
switch.
He was
what do you-
missing
you're-
for
this
90%
is like
of the show, though.
Yeah, Neurotic
he was
Cliff
in the
Notes.
first episode and the last episode. He wasn't there for the rest of it. Instead, it was a bait and switch, and it was a story about what's her
Okay,
name? Tila.
okay.
Tila.
I gotta have fun.
Tila.
And- oh,
And-
look, another
Call-
show where they put a woman in instead and to replace the guy.
But they didn't, because He-Man had to come back and save the day.
Okay, damn it, Danny, you just ruined the joke I was about to make by saying that
Sorry.
He-Man came back. I was gonna say calling this He-Man was like calling oh, what was I gotta get the name of that movie right.
They didn't call it
It
He-Man.
was-
It was called
it-
Masters of the Universe.
Okay, no, I know, but making the inference that he was in this was just like executive decision being sold as a Steven Seagal movie because he's in it for the first 15 minutes and then dies.
Yeah. Okay, Mom.
Or
I'm
Godzilla
sorry.
2014 and Bryan Cranston. He was the guy that they showed in all the promotional material, and then he dies in the first act.
Yeah, he's barely in the movie.
Yeah, and so,
and
yes,
but
Jason-
it was powerful though. It was powerful though.
You're lower down, dude.
Hold up, hold up. Let me put that there. It'll totally cover his face. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just slouching in my chair.
I know it's called Masters of the Universe, but the original show is called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
But this isn't the original show.
You should have figured it out. Oh, they left He-Man off the title. I wonder why. Oh, maybe because He-Man's not in the freaking show.
Wow. How are we talking about He-Man? I don't want to
it
Can
was
we
my
finish
fault.
up
It
with
was my
Echo,
fault.
please?
I
We're
brought it
overtime. We're overtime. We're
It's
overtime.
Jason's
Yeah.
fault.
It's all
as
my fault.
usual.
Blame Canada.
Yeah.
Blame Canada.
I'm not blaming Canada. I'm blaming you.
Okay, very good.
Blame the Canadian.
So Echo.
Yeah, we got to turn Evil Lynn into a good character because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I actually really Lena Headley from.
There was one thing that I liked about that show, and that was the Orca backstory. That got to
That
me.
was cool.
Yeah, no,
But other than
no.
that, the show was absolute garbage.
Okay, again, the opinions expressed here are those of the
Are my
individuals.
opinions and it's my show.
So Echo for me, it's even if I would get through the rest of it, and it's I'll put it this way, I actually never minded watching Arrow on the CW. The one with Steven, I forget his last name, but
Stephen Amell.
yeah, I didn't mind that show. I generally enjoyed watching it. It was lowbrow in a lot of ways, but it didn't.
Became
offend
Wash,
me.
Rinse, Repeat after a very short time. But yeah.
Well,
But-
which is why I think he left, and he does a far superior show now called Heels, which I should probably make you watch, since you're making me watch Discovery.
But as it relates to Echo, it's even if Echo happens to be by the end of it not offensive the whole way through or anything like that, it's too little too late. It's a giant universe of stuff that's all glued together. We already know how much interdependency that they've been driving with things because of all the other shows. They threw out too much content too quickly with way too much focus on checking all the boxes. and that's why
Well,
it's too much.
and
It's
the
too
focus
much.
was on checking the boxes rather than the story. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
And so that's why the content was all over the place between good and bad.
Okay, are we talking about He-Man or Echo? I thought we were circling.
No,
back
we're talking
to
about Echo.
The
We're talking about
MCU
Echo
in general.
and the effect that
Okay.
it's having on Echo, and one show. It kind of goes back to when you were asking me about will I watch Deadpool 3? Because you'd asked me that, Danny. I think
Right.
it was last week. You were like, "Oh well, if you're this twisted about the MCU,
Yeah.
are you even going to try to watch Deadpool 3?" Well, the honest answer on Deadpool 3 is I'll probably watch it because I like what's his head,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
So I'll probably watch it. I will definitely not be going to the theater for it. So it'll be a while before I get to see it.
I will go to the Thursday,
The midnight release or
Deadpool,
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you do it after the show.
But yeah,
well, no,
that's
well,
right.
yeah, it doesn't even. Yeah,
It
they
would
don't
be
even
for
start.
him, yeah, 'cause
yeah,
it would be
yeah, because I'm
for
in
sure.
the West Coast, so yeah.
I may have to wait till Friday because getting a Thursday night show would be
Yeah.
difficult.
But
but I'm looking for it.
unfortunately, one movie's not going to save this giant
But-
webbed together universe that they've.
I get that.
To
And
be
Back
clear-
to Echo. I'm so
that's
trying
why-
to get this back.
But that's
Okay.
why, for me, Echo just doesn't have enough. It has to have way more bite.
and
it just
and
doesn't.
let me say, I'm a guy. I like big butts, and this is a big butt.
What?
I'm using double entendre there. So,
Okay. I got you.
because I do like big butts, and this is a big butt.
Okay.
But in regards to all the stuff that Jason was just talking about,
I'm
one-
an ass man also, so I get
But
it.
one thing that I think is a positive in all this is the fact that Marvel pulled their entire release schedule except for Echo and Deadpool and said we're going to retool. And so I do think that there is hope that when the next generation of Marvel films starts dropping in 2025, that we're going to see a distinct improvement.
Well,
So-
I
so-
mean,
And
Let me-
so we'll wait and
hope
see.
springs eternal. I mean,
Okay.
generally speaking, I'm a pretty hopeful.
But there is a
guy,
reason
but-
they pulled everything. It's not like they're because
We've
they
had
have a
this
lot of-
wide-ranging conversation spanning from,
Echo got
OP
lost
chicks
in the sea of
and then
wokeness. That's the problem.
okay. So let's focus. Just ignore all that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Michael, since you and I have both seen all 5 episodes, what's your final thoughts, your final opinion, your final rating? What did you honestly ignore everything else?
Right.
What did
I
you
would
think
give
of
Echo
Echo?
a 7 out of 10. It was
Ah,
entertaining.
okay.
It
Okay.
wasn't great, but it wasn't bad, and I enjoyed it. I did like the setup for Kingpin and what's going to happen in Daredevil, the next Daredevil series, and
I forget what it's called, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Reborn, I think.
Reborn or something. Yeah. Okay.
And so I think that it shows that they can do gritty content on Disney Plus, and if nothing else, it does prove that because some people definitely get the crap beaten out of them, and they don't hold back.
The fight scenes are freaking amazing.
Right. So I do think that's a good sign for the Daredevil series because if you make Daredevil and you don't make it gritty, it's not Daredevil. And
I'm
so-
just glad that Daredevil had this cameo to wash the bad taste out of my mouth from She-Hulk,
yeah.
which I know you liked more than I
I'm
did.
sure Daredevil agrees with you too.
Yeah, and to be clear, this Daredevil is not the She-Hulk Daredevil. This is
This is the Netflix. Yeah. So, Jason,
Yes.
I know you've only seen the first episode. Based off of the fact that Michael, surprisingly, I thought he was going to give it a lower score, gave Echo a 7 out of 10. Before we get to me, do you think you'll watch the final 4 episodes?
It's not a big commitment.
Where it's only 4, I'll probably will. It might take me a couple weeks, but I probably will.
Well, after you finish it, even if it's just like a 5-minute segment on one of our streams, I'd love to circle back to get your
Sure.
final thoughts.
Yep.
I really
Oh
would.
yeah.
As far as me, I'm not going to go too overboard. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
I only had like issue with like two things, but my God, I love the lead actress. Like for someone who's literally, deaf.
Yeah.
Um, her acting is so good. Like just through facial expression. Like I cried. I mean, surprise, surprise.
Dude, come on.
Yeah. You know what? The second I said it, I was like, you know what? Reel that back in.
So what you're saying is really this is a 7, but in Danny's score it's an 8.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. But hey, 7's still good. That's
7's a pretty up there score to give something.
I'm just saying it doesn't cross the threshold into greatness, which a lot of Phase 1, 2, and 3 Marvel did.
Yeah,
it doesn't cross that threshold into greatness, but it is good. It's not a snooze fest like some of the stuff that Marvel.
Dude, Stan, did you watch all 5 episodes? That's not true. I get it if you say that about her appearance in Hawkeye, but no, there's some seriously good acting that brought me to tears, which I know is the bar's really low.
Yeah,
but
that just means the TV was on.
Whatever.
So tomorrow we are going to finally finish our villain ranking.
Oh shit! I got to make that thumbnail for you. Yeah. We're the Star Trek villain,
and there will be Janeway, right? We're gonna do Janeway, right?
You want her on the thumbnail? You want me to put her on the thumbnail?
I will tell you, there are two.
Okay.
There are 2 Janeways on it. Because
excellent.
I'm only putting one on the thumbnail.
Sure.
You only get one.
But the
put the sinister one.
Okay.
You mean which sinister?
The visually sinister one.
Yeah. I know what he's talking about. I already know what he's talking about.
But so we are going to finish that. I think we should do a ranking, and I know this will be painful for Jason, but I think we should do a ranking of all the Marvel products. And so we can talk about like their highs, like Avengers.
No, that's too much.
I already have a spreadsheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And their lows, like,
and it's ranked mathematically and statistically.
Yeah.
So well, what about okay? So Echo's over. We Monarch's only got one more episode.
Right.
When do we get back into Battlestar, man? Because I'm about to get to the point where I'm about to say F y'all and start watching it all.
Since we're going to actually have a break, we can start doing Battlestar after we're done with Monarch for a little bit.
Okay, I would say we should do that. Yeah, because at least that way, if we do we can
do Battlestar on Thursdays for a little while, and then we'll do the rankings and stuff on Fridays because that's
okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you. I'm happy.
And no, we have not done, Brian, the top 10 things for 2023. You know what? I will be honest with you. I don't think I could come up with 10.
I can't. No, I've talked about this, guys. I have my list is literally right here. And
2023 was a crap year.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you this. I'm probably going to just end up doing a top 5. And right now, as it stands to answer Brian, for me personally, coming in at number 5 is Gran Turismo. I highly recommend that movie if you haven't watched it, believe it or not. Number 4, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Highly entertaining, actually surprisingly really good movie. Number 3, Megan. Watch the R-rated version on Peacock, though.
I very much enjoyed Megan.
Yeah, Megan's
although
really
I kind of have a soft spot for Blumhouse, so.
Well,
it's good low budget movies.
They do. Megan, the R-rated version is infinitely better though than the theatrical release. And then 2, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then my number 1 movie is The Iron Claw. Those but I couldn't come up with 10. I literally have a list of 8 movies because this year was so shitty. It's just
and it's not just and shows were crappy too for the most part. So. I mean,
the shows are so bad.
It was, Stan. Yeah.
Shows are so bad. The top 250 all time on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at them titties. Sorry, I got confused.
Consist of absolute bangers, and yes, to even Danny's obsession of please can we get back. Battlestar Galactica 2003 remake series is on the top 250. And you know what's not on the top 250?
Anything from 2023?
Nothing from 2023
Yeah.
made on it.
No, this was
And-
just such a garbage year. And
And
2024 is going to be even worse because of all the strikes. You know,
the
there's not
top
gonna be a-
250 still contains shows from as long as 20 years ago.
Dude, in fact, I forget his name, but there's this guy I follow on YouTube and I have for years, does movie reviews. His number 10 movie of the year was The Abyss re-release.
Sure. I love the
And
Abyss.
I do too. But technically he could put it on his list because they put it
was
in theaters.
re-released, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's saying something. That's how bad this year was when a 30-year-old movie is in the top 10. That's just
There you go. So that's our plan for the rest of this week. And so now we're going to wrap up the show by having Danny take off his